Let's get nasty on a Wednesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202-year time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Cardinals lose last night to the Texas Rangers 7-4. They had rallied to tie the game late at 4 apiece, but Texas scored 3 runs in the 9th inning to pull away in that 7-4 win. Loss continues a rough stretch for the Cards, while Texas has now won 5 straight. It's the longest winning streak of the season. Good news, Nolan Gorman hit a solo shot in the 4th inning, so that was good to see.
Yeah, that was great.
Especially after everybody's complaining about him. Marsh, you had a good read on that.
Yeah, no, I just felt like it was obvious that he would hit one after you called him the strikeout king. Mm-hmm. BK had a tweet about him earlier yesterday.
Just felt right.
And look what happened.
Well, he hit the home run, and Marsh, are you seconds?
I have
or
10
were
points.
You seconds?
I have 10 points now. I'm
leading?
tied with you, Anthony.
Oh, wow. We got to tie at the top of the home run derby leaderboard, gentlemen. So, yeah, well, that was one of the good things that happened last night. The Cardinals bullpen, including Riley O'Brien, faltered in the 9th inning as the Rangers get 3 runs in that inning. Defensive issues. Pedro Pajes not sliding over on the one to block it. That was rough. Some pitching mistakes. Some non-pitching mistakes. Some bad luck. Defensive issues. And once again, this team can't hit with runners in scoring position.
So, when people say, they hear like a band or something, they're like, you just started listening to him. Like, I've been listening to him since whatever,
Sure.
back in the day. That's how I feel with Carey. Carey's been trying to tell us about this Pedro Pajes situation behind home plate for a long time now. And we're just now starting to hop on board.
I think we believed him, though. I think we all saw it. We have eyes.
Yeah, I don't think you believed it, though. You saw
I
it.
did.
I don't know, man. To me, he came in as a defensive substitution, but you can't let the ball get behind you consistently. That just cannot continue to happen. And I don't want to pick on the guy. He knows it. I'm sure he knows it. Like, get your damn body in front of it. The reach, it's just lazy. I think it's lazy. I don't know if that's what they've taught them, but
Highly doubt it.
I don't know that. You don't know that.
No,
they might have.
You're right. I don't.
But I would assume getting your body in front of the ball and having, all of that to protect you from. But that's not why they lost, man. That dang on 9th inning went awry quickly.
Luis Arise?
Him too. But no, yeah, the Cardinals went.
Well, it started in the bottom of the 8th. Crooks doubles. Sajasi comes in to run for him. Scott fouls out to third. Weatherhole pops out to shortstop. Herrera grounds out to shortstop. And maybe it doesn't even start in the 8th.
I think it started in the 7th. We were watching that. They were
Weatherhole singles. Herrera hit by a pitch. Burleson doubles. Walker singles. So you tie it up at 4-4. So you're still in really good shape. No outs.
Yeah.
Velasquez strikes out swinging. Wynn strikes out swinging at virtually the same pitch. And then Fermin lines out to left. Now, Fermin put good bat to ball there. That was a line drive. But you get no more runs after you had rallied to tie it. So you're right, CD. It started in the bottom of the 7th, it continued in the bottom of the 8th, and then the top of the 9th went sideways for a pitching staff.
Yeah. It's the highs and lows. I will say this, though. I listened to, Al Roboski in the post-game show. He was talking about Nolan Gorman and the runway, essentially, the type of season that this was going to be. And he said it, Cardinal fans, this was supposed to be a season of finding out which players are going to be on your team for the long term. The mindset has flipped because they've had so much success that now you get greedy and you're like, we're winning now. We should win the whole damn thing. Bop, 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 bop. Everyone had this team picked to win a set number of games, and they may be coming back down to that number, and that's okay because you are learning who is here for the long run and who is not. Now, you might not want to hear that. You might say, Fast Lane, you, Carey Davis. The hell do you know? Actually, Texas said every other day. But
there was a guy yesterday. I did see that.
Yeah. He hadn't texted in 2 years.
That's the sort of emotion that you generated out of him.
Glad I could bring you back. Tell 3 of your friends. But this is the season that they're having. Like, this is the season that they were supposed to have. It was going to be ups and downs. You're a young team. You have to find a way to win games, to close out games. You crawled and climbed and fought back into the game, and you got 2 men on base with nobody out. You got to get another runner in. It just happens. But it didn't. You had your next 2 batters strike out, then Vermain hit the ball, flew out to left field. But that's a team that I think is a young team, and they will, at some point, it might not be this year, though. And I think that the frustrating part is for fans who have gotten so excited about this team and started seeing visions of, playoff baseball. Maybe it's still there, but this is a team that's going to have its highs and lows.
So Oli Marmol addressed the media after the game, and he really didn't pull any punches afterwards. So this is his post-game breakdown on the Cardinals TV network about how the Cardinals flat out did deserve to win.
You have to execute at a really high level to win a big league game. We didn't do that. We didn't deserve to win that game. If you end up snatching it at the end there, that's fine, but you're not proud of the way the kind of game unfolds. You have to execute at a much higher rate to be consistent at this level. That's just bottom line.
I know a lot of fans want their manager to flip over the post-game spread after games like that. They want to see their manager and the players show the same amount of frustration that they have watching the game. Managers aren't always going to do that. It's going to wear thin at some point, and really the players will tune you out if you do it too much. But I thought what Oli said last night, point blank, we did not deserve to win that game. Even, you rally late, but he was pointing out that the lack of execution and the miscues that they had aren't acceptable, and they don't lead to wins. So at the very least, I know that he still probably left a lot to be desired when it comes to a lot of fans and the reaction that they want to see out of a manager. I thought that was as well said as you could following a frustrating loss like that.
Yeah, I think
did not deserve to win, Jamie.
I think he handled it right. Flipping over the spread or breaking hockey sticks or throwing the Gatorade jug, okay. You can get away with that like once. If you keep doing that, guys become immune to it. Because even the players know it's a long season. The guys in that clubhouse are smart enough to understand that they're in the middle of a process here of building something.
Sure.
You're not going to be happy with losing. You cannot be happy with the mental mistakes, the physical mistakes, the errors, the bumping into each other, the not handling the situation, not blocking the pit. You shouldn't be acceptable to that. But at the end of the day, these games are going to happen. Right now, you're in a rut. So how do you fix that? You get to the field early the next day, and you start working on things. You start talking to the coach. You go over the video. You go over the analytics if that's your thing. But for Oli to come in and just start breaking things and throwing things, I think what he said was poignant enough to the media to let the guys know that it was just unacceptable.
I was just looking up some stats. The Cardinals are second in wild pitches in the major leagues, and I wouldn't give all of those as wild pitches.
Couple of PBs mixed in there, maybe? Some
They didn't call that one against Paez a pass ball. They called it a wild pitch.
That's correct.
I don't know who he's dealing with over there in the official scoring, but he's got an ally.
He's got Kirk Cousins' guy.
He's got some friends in low places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Garth Brooks style.
Yep.
That one.
He got that one. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think Oli, what he said, he upholds that standard that is in the clubhouse. Again, he's not throwing things. He's being honest with where the team is at right now. It's not like this game just happened coming off a 7-game win streak. They have been playing not great baseball for an extended period of time. So I think this game sort of culminated into Oli going to the podium and saying what he said. But those players know that they have a standard that they have set themselves by what they have done so far this season. They have set that standard.
Right.
They had the standard going into the season, but they have played above our expectations. So he is just telling the players, listen, this is our standard. You guys are not meeting that right now. I liked it.
Yeah, me too. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Vegas takes game 1 last night of the Stanley Cup final. You and I, Jamie, I believe we're on Vegas. I think these two took Carolina.
What?
I had Vegas.
We're all at Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the NBA series, which starts tonight, game 1, by the way. Spurs-Knicks right here on 101 at ESPN. I was just segueing to the NBA tees.
No, he's trying to throw us under the bus, Carey.
Well, that's right. We went Vegas.
I think so. We went Avs first, and then we had to flip.
It's true.
Well, we're off to a 1-0 start. Let's
There you
break it
go.
down next on 101 ESPN.
To go. Hurdle into the dot to Sis. It's back for Hurdle. He scores! Tomas Hurdle. Then it's 5-4 Vegas.
Sean McDonough on the call last night as Vegas beats Carolina 5-4, and what a start it was for Carolina. They scored virtually, I don't know, was it 21 seconds into the game? Is that what it is?
25.
25 is way worse than that. Anthony.
We are a stats and facts show, and it's 25. Then they go up 2-0, and Vegas says, you know what? Now we'll play. They rattle off 3 straight goals. They wind up winning the thing 5-4, and it was an absolutely electrifying start for at least in the Stanley Cup, Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Jamie?
Kind of feels gross.
I kind of does, too. I know.
I don't like it.
I don't know. That's why I said Stanley Cup.
I wouldn't mind if Carolina won a few and this game went, this series went 7 games, because if any of the games, I hope all of the games are like what we witnessed last night.
Yeah,
very entertaining.
Highly entertaining. That's for sure. How the game unfolded. We mentioned the Carolina Hurricanes jump out to the 2-0 lead. The aggressive forecheck, kind of overwhelmed Vegas at the start. But Jamie, I thought of you when Vegas started to come back, because you said point blank that this team will not crack. This is a Vegas team that is highly experienced. A lot of these guys have been in this situation before. They were relaxed. They got organized. They played the game, and that's kind of what John Tortorella told the team during a TV timeout, and that's exactly what happened. But what was your biggest takeaway, Jamie?
Yeah, so look, I expected Carolina to start off kind of the way they did. I didn't expect them to get up 2-0 quickly like that, nor to score in 25 seconds. But I thought they would have a huge push at home, game 1, Stanley Cup final. They've played the fewest games in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, they're going. They're firing. But I thought, like, John Tortorella calls a timeout, and paraphrasing some of the things he said, but basically said there's lots of hockey left here, guys. Like, play our game, get to work, lots of hockey. And that's kind of what happened, is Vegas started to chip away, finishing hits, getting pucks in, getting on their forecheck. And then what's the one thing we talked about before going into the series about Freddie Anderson?
He hasn't been tested yet. We don't know. He
hasn't been tested, and nobody in the first 3 rounds really got anybody in front of him. Mm-hmm. Last night, with 3 of the goals were guys in front of him, traffic in front of him, where he couldn't see the puck, couldn't get to it. He did not look sharp at all. And that's what Vegas is going to do to you. They're going to put bodies in front of the net. They're going to challenge you physically. Mm-hmm. They're not going to give up on pucks. They're going to block shots. They're going to get to the middle of the ice where other teams couldn't. They're going to get to the middle of the ice. And one other thing that Tortorella said in his timeout was he said, stop going east-west. Remember we talked about Montreal, how they get across the blue line and they throw it sideways? That's just what Carolina wants. As soon as you go sideways, they converge, they shrink the ice, you're screwed.
Sure.
So what Vegas did is kept moving the puck straight forward. Chip it in, go get it. Get it behind the defenseman, finish your hit. The Carolina Hurricanes have a really good defensive core. They skate well, they move the puck well, they're agile. They're not necessarily physical or defensively blessed. The only guy that really is any good at all is Jacob Slavin defensively.
Great stick.
Great stick, big body, really solid guy, but he's on an island alone at that point. So Vegas did what they do best. They drug that off the dance floor in the bar right into the alley is what they did. And that's when they go to work, and you saw the outcome.
And that's where Carolina started to make a lot of their mistakes, too. I don't think any opponent has really forced Carolina into making those mistakes.
No.
And that's what Vegas did last night.
Well, even Taylor Hall after the game said, that's the way they play. Yeah. They're big. They're physical. Like, that's a good team over there.
No doubt.
It is amazing how the recipe to winning the Stanley Cup is to get the puck low, cycle the puck, get bodies in front, throw it up to the blue line, shoot the puck. That's take away the middle of the ice. Mm-hmm. And yet teams don't do it. But the teams that do it are in the Stanley Cup, and one will win the Stanley Cup. So
sure.
I thought Vegas, that's how they got back in the game. Just move the puck up to the blue line, fire shots from the blue line, and next thing you know, it's going off a stick, it's going off a body. Like Jamie just said, Freddie Anderson can't see anything. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a great game overall. I thought there was a few things that both teams struggled with. Obviously, Carolina, they play that man-to-man defense. So when Vegas is moving the puck down low, we saw in the hurdle goal, that's why they scored, right? They had that man-to-man defense. If you get beat from the corner, you're kind of screwed. And then I thought Vegas, too many times, it was like, I don't know if they were cherry picking or what it was, but they were letting Carolina players behind them almost, it seemed like all night. How do you fix that?
It's easy. Just know your surroundings.
Yeah.
And you got to keep your defense inside the dots. So what happens, Vegas ends up spreading out a little bit. And then Carolina, they know what they're going to do. Is every time they get the puck, their defense are looking to stretch the ice. They're looking to hit that stretch pass. So all you have to do is find the pocket out there, and they're going to basically turn around and just fire it almost blind, knowing that someone's there. So what Vegas has to do is make sure that they're on those defensemen quicker, which they did throughout the rest of the game, and then shrink the middle of the ice, keep their sticks in a good area, and you'll discourage most of that stuff there.
The unsung hero so far, too, for Vegas and Summer. You talk about the way that playoff teams win. A lot of times you need unsung heroes, guys that you didn't expect are going to make a big contribution. And Brett Howden has got 11 goals in 17 games.
How you doing?
He had 12 goals in 58 games in the regular season. So he's become Vegas' kind of most surprised contributor thus far.
Yeah, and listen, Barbashev's playing awesome, too.
He is.
Barbashev's playing great. Jack Eichel's playing very well. Mark Stone. Like, they've got some...
It's a team.
They've got dudes, man. And, when you're watching that game last night, I just think that as the game went on, Vegas was figuring certain things out. Now, will Carolina have some things to adjust and figure out as well? Yeah, they will. Rod Brendamore's a hell of a coach. They're going to get to the video. They're going to get back to the drawing board. They're going to try and figure it out. But the one thing that Vegas continuously did last night in the offensive zone is when you cycle the puck, ordinarily someone will cycle the puck and then climb up the wall, continuing to get high to get separated from your coverage. Carolina wants that because they play this man-on-man style. That makes their job easier because you're carrying yourself out of a dangerous area, which means I can regroup now and I can shrink to a dangerous area because you're still in nowhere to be found in as far as scoring. As you come back towards the top of the circles to the scoring area, I shrink against you now, like I gap up and take away your time and space, and now I've got coverage again. That's what Montreal did, Philly, Ottawa. They did the traditional cycle it down low, climb up high, and try to find your way back down. Carolina wants that. Vegas tweaked it in the second and third period, and Hurdle scored a goal because of that. Cycled the puck down. He made a little pass, and then instead of climbing high up the wall, he went directly to the middle of the ice, right to the middle of the ice. Carolina player who was behind him couldn't get in front of him because he had went right to the middle. If he climbs up higher, he can cut him off. He didn't. Went right back to the middle, got the puck back, had a free lane, and fired it. So this is something, and Vegas did it multiple times in the second and third period. They're getting to the middle of the ice quicker, and Carolina has nobody there. One more thing to watch out for, Carolina's penalty kill. They're super aggressive, so they fan out. They flex out, they call it these days, Marshy. They flex out, which means the middle of the ice is open, but they're uber aggressive. Vegas found out early in the first period that they could plant that guy just a little higher in the bumper spot, and he's wide open. Hurdle was open twice with like 3 seconds to spare. Watch to see the development of the series because I think Vegas is going to expose that.
Yeah, Vegas had some great opportunities on the power play last night, and that game last night was super physical too. It was really fun to watch. Ivan Barbashev laying a few hits out there. I believe he leads the entire league in terms of playoff hits. He actually got smoked last night too by Stahl, reverse hit. But there were some big hits where I'm watching. I'm like, oh. Like, it got me ready for football season. I was excited.
It's good. It's still got
that
a ways
football
to
is
go.
just such a slow sport.
What? Nah, no way.
I think we heard you on that.
Football's a slow sport. Marshy said it yesterday.
Oh, stop it. Talk about the
minute
pace of
commercial
play
break.
when you're at a game.
Spurs, Knicks, game one pregame, 6:30, right here on 101 ESPN, tip-off at 7:30. So we'll get into the main storyline for not just tonight's game, but the entire NBA Finals next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals lose to the Texas Rangers last night by a final score of 7-4. They're back at it once again tonight at Busch. First pitch is at 6:45 with Andre Palante on the mound. We just got done talking about Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final as the Vegas Golden Knights take down the Carolina Hurricanes 5-4. We're going to jump in to the NBA Finals as we'll have that game for you right here on 101 ESPN. Game 1, Spurs, Knicks. Pregame starts at 6:30. Tip-off is at 7:30. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
On 101 ESPN tonight, Spurs Knicks Game 1 pregame right here on 101 ESPN at 6:30. The tip-off at 7:30. Again, you can listen to all the coverage right here on 101 ESPN. Carey, if you were to say the number one storyline for tonight, not tonight, the entire NBA Finals, what would it be?
Victor Wembanyama, and who is going to? How well does he play? Who's guarding him, and how do you stop him? Like you're going to have to. Obviously, give him multiple looks. I think OG Anunoby is going to get a chance to guard him. Karl Anthony Towns, probably Mitchell Robinson. All of those guys are bigger guys and can move pretty well. So I'm intrigued to see how they attack him defensively. And then you got to make them work on the defensive end with your offensive guys. If you're able to do that, I think this series is going to be a lot about matchups. Who matches up well enough with Wembanyama and which one of the Spurs guards match up well enough with Jalen Brunson. They took advantage of James Harden in that series versus the Cavs. Like, Jalen Brunson was like, yeah, come on out here. He's like basically calling him an old man. Like, that's what he might not have said it, but he thought it. Like, dude, you can't guard me, and you're not even trying. And so finding out which one of these guards for the Spurs is going to take on that challenge. I'm sure Stephon Castle will. I'm sure De'Aaron Fox will have an opportunity. But staying on him and making life hard for him is going to be a challenge. And if they're able to do that, then you put yourself in a really good chance in a really good position to win the game.
Who do you think has the bigger impact on the series, Wemby or Brunson? Because we just talked about each team's got to worry about the other guy, but between the two of them, one of them will have the bigger impact.
I think I mean, the obvious answer would be the guy that's like 7'4" and like bigger than everybody.
That shoots three-pointers?
I mean, they can do everything.
You mean that guy?
I think it would and should be Wemby. But again, if you can find a way to kind of neutralize him, and again, I'm also intrigued to see what the Knicks' strategy is. Like, are you just going to say, Victor, go off, do your thing, but we won't let Stephon Castle, knock down open shots or get to the lane and penetrate and do some damage to us. We won't allow Champagnie to just sit outside of the three-point line and have a great game like he did in Game 7 last series. So finding out how they're going to attack Wemby and what they're going to do. Are they going to double team and leave some of those shooters open to be able to knock down shots? Or are you going to say, hey, it's one-on-one, you got to get it done, and we'll live.
I don't know if I like that strategy.
He might have 50, but we'll live with that and not having other guys, have 15, 20, 25 here and there and being able to hurt us as well.
What do you guys find more value in? A group of guys who went pretty far last year in the New York Knicks. They went to the Eastern Conference Final. Now they end up losing. Or a team that just took down the defending champs. A team that, wasn't in the spot last year, but a ton of value taking down a team that just won the NBA Finals a year ago.
I'm trying to – I have, wrestled with that in my mind because I do think the Knicks, like you said, have been preparing for this opportunity for a number of years. And then you look at the other team, you're like, well, they don't have experience at this level. But you could have said that last series when they played the Thunder. They didn't have experience going against the former champs.
Yeah, they're getting it.
And they knocked them out.
Yeah.
On the road, nonetheless. They had to go to OKC to finish that series out. So you feel like that maybe Victor Wembanyama is – ready to take on that lead role as the face of the NBA, and you do that, you win a championship. I think it's solidified. Yeah. So I'm having a hard time really deciphering who has the advantage basis, experience versus non-experience, but you got a freak of an athlete in Wemby. That makes life a lot easier for you.
Well, you've brought up Mike Brown multiple times. He's been to multiple NBA finals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find more value having that type of coach?
I think it does. I think it definitely helps having Mike Brown on your bench. I think he's
this isn't the Western Conference or Eastern Conference final. This is the NBA Finals.
Right. And I think he's coached as a head coach in the finals. He's been an assistant with the Warriors when they won the finals. So when they won the championship, so he has a lot of experience in being in those roles. I love Mike Brown. Mitch Johnson is a damn good basketball coach too, though. Like he's a young coach. Mm-hmm. He took over for Greg Popovich last year when Pop was like dealing with some ailments and got sick, and he kind of took over that role. And he's first full year as a head coach in the NBA Finals. There's something about him that he's fiery. He gets after guys. He seems like he's like Greg Popovich Jr. Like holds everyone accountable, gets in your face and gets up on you, but also loves those guys and wants them to be great. So I do think from a coaching aspect, just because Mike Brown has been there a few times, he has more experience, and I would lean with him. But Mitch Johnson does a great job as well. So that might be a wash.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. It just circling back to the big storylines. Can the Knicks solve the Victor Wembanyama problem? Because that's what it is. You can't shut him down. You're not going to be able to stop him at times, but can you solve him? And I think what's perhaps most fascinating about this matchup is that the Knicks are built differently than OKC. Wemby basically turned the lane into a no-fly zone. New York presents a different challenge. You got Karl Anthony Towns, who stretches the floor. You got Jalen Brunson, who thrives in space. You've got Mikal Bridges and Anunoby and Josh Hart that can all shoot. So the theory is if you could pull Wemby away from the rim, maybe he's merely great instead of completely unstoppable and a total game changer.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to work on the defensive side. Like you said, he's not, with Karl Anthony Towns being able to stretch the floor, OG Anunoby, like those guys can knock down threes if you leave them. He's not going to be able to sit in the lane and just be able to alter shots. He doesn't block every single shot, but he alters so many shots. If you had a statistic for altered shots, he's probably 10, 15 shots per game that he alters because guys got to shoot it so high to try to get over him. But what you said is spot on because Karl Anthony Towns can knock down those shots. If you're guarding Cat, you got to get out there and be in front of him. You can't hang around in the lane and kind of wait for him to come down to you. He won't. So it might be an advantage. And then you get the advantage of having Jalen Brunson going one-on-one with one of their point guards or one of their guards and not having to shoot over Victor Wembanyama when he gets inside the lane. So it's going to be an interesting chess match to watch how this whole thing plays out. I think Wemby's going to have to be great on both sides of the floor, though. Like if you're going to win a championship, he has to be the best player on the defense, and he has to be the best player on offense.
Yeah, and if he is, he's going to win NBA Finals MVP, and the Spurs are going to win it all.
Correct.
I think the other storyline here too is that it's because with so much we're focused on Wemby, but can the Spurs expose Brunson and Towns? Because that's the other element here. You look at how the Spurs are built. The lineup is full of size and guys that can also create. Right. Everything's about Wemby, but De'Aaron Fox has been that veteran presence, kind of the wily veteran that the Spurs have needed throughout this. Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper and Vassell. I mean, the matchups, they can create matchup problems too beyond Wemby.
Correct.
So I think that is going to be interesting because if you can expose, and that's not going to be easy, but if you can expose Brunson and Towns, then it's going to be a runaway.
Well, that's why I said I probably would lean towards not helping off of Victor Wembanyama, and we're not going to let these other guys get going.
Sure.
Like Victor is the one he needs to have 25-plus points and 8 to 10 rebounds and really be impactful on the defensive end. But if I can limit those guys, Stephon Castle can't get into the lane and do damage to me. Like, I can't let him penetrate and then jump it off to Julian Champagnie for an open three. Like, I have to be able to keep those guys out of the lane and also control Victor Wembanyama to the best of my ability.
Well, it's going to be interesting. The Knicks have arguably been the best team in the NBA playoffs when you look at the fact that they've got 11 straight wins. They swept Philadelphia. They swept Cleveland, shooting 41% from three during their streak. Historic point differential when it comes to the playoffs. Yet, they haven't faced Wemby yet at this level. I know that they beat him in the NBA Cup couple months back, but since that point, Wemby has become the face of the NBA.
We're not referencing the NBA Cup.
I just did. Okay?
We have to have some reference
What color
point.
was the floor for that game?
Probably blue.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Who knows what color? It was.
Terrible.
Just saying. Knicks have looked unstoppable for a month.
Can I also throw in that
Go Spurs.
they have decided to bring back the Larry O and put it on the court?
Good.
I think that makes sense.
They have brought that back,
Good.
which is a cool aesthetic. I wish the NHL would bring back their, logos and whatnot.
You have fought for this for several years
I
now.
brought this
with
up
the
last
NHL.
year.
I
And
know.
what's trending?
Yes. You have been kind of a staunch believer that the NHL is missing out on some opportunities here.
Yeah.
What are
Let
we supposed
people
to put
know.
on the ice?
The Stanley Cup final.
Oh.
Not some graphic that switches to an ad.
Now, how much money do they make from the Stanley Cup final graphic?
I don't
Probably
care.
none.
It's the Stanley Cup final. Make it feel like the Cup final.
I don't disagree, but the league's
know.
going to say we're getting millions of dollars for this other one.
Well, you know what? Put the Stanley Cup logo then behind the actual logo at center ice.
But then you're messing with other logos at that
Come
time.
on, Jamie. Come on, man.
I'm just trying to help you here.
Where's your heart, Jamie? You're a traditionalist.
He's not wrong, bro.
Trying to bring back nostalgia.
He also believes in making money.
Yeah, dude. That is for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever, I tried. At least Adam Silver listens.
Whatever, dude.
Until he sells that spot.
Yeah. Is there only one NFL team that'd be an abject failure if they do not win the Super Bowl? That's the next one on ESPN.
Patriots.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. No surprise that the folks at ESPN.com have the Rams the highest football power index rating after they added Myles Garrett earlier this week. The Rams have a 5.6 FPI, again, football power index. It's their metric that kind of pulls in everything: offense, defense, special teams, strength of schedule, all that.
Just taking into consideration the field that they're playing on.
I don't think so. Yeah,
That's F4.
Yeah, it's more. It's more a baseball stat.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, no surprise that the Rams are the Super Bowl favorites after adding Myles Garrett. What's kind of interesting though, and the ESPN.com had a full breakdown of the power index, the projection, Super Bowl odds, and all that, but it also openly admits that the model actually trusts offense more than defense.
Ooh.
Seattle's Super Bowl run was built largely on an elite defense. The problem is that defensive dominance tends to fluctuate more from year to year than offensive production. So the model at ESPN.com is essentially saying Seattle's defense was incredible, but it's hard to count on defense staying that incredible. And I actually buy into that. I think that's fair. If you have, here's why. Hear me out. And I know there's examples of like Seattle's, the defense that they had in the Legion of Boom that they had in 13 and 14. But that still only lasts about 2 years. Mm-hmm. You got 11 players on defense. If you have one stud quarterback, it's more likely than not that you're going to get consistent production out of your offense if your quarterback stays healthy. Whereas defense, you're relying on it, not only the 11 guys, most of them to stay completely healthy and not miss a bunch of time, but also to play at the same level that they did from a year ago. I think that's a big ask. It's just math, 11-1. 11 on defense, one elite quarterback.
That's why I think it's easier for defense to be consistent year after year. Because if one guy goes down or doesn't have the level, you still got 10 other guys playing at an elite level versus if your quarterback has a bad year, you got a bad good luck. So that for me, it would be the flip of that. For when I'm looking at defenses, I'm like, if you have an elite do you expect Houston to fall and falter and be one of the worst defenses in the league?
I don't know, but that's also, I think that's part of this. It's like, hey, there's some misconceptions there. But no, I don't. If you're asking me flat out, I expect Houston to be outstanding again defensively.
Yeah, I trust defense, being good consistently more than I do offense. That's just me, though. Like, I think defenses are generally, you can get 3 or 4 years of really high level defensive play out of a really good defensive unit.
I can't, and I'm asking this because I genuinely want to know. When it came to the defense last year, who did we like going into the season? I don't think Houston was.
I think it was Houston for me.
I think Houston was up there, but what about like Philadelphia?
Probably Philadelphia, thinking that they were going to, especially after the performance that they had all year long,
right,
and how they finished the season in the Super Bowl. I would say yes. I think Baltimore was another defense that we assumed would be an elite defense. But I'm pretty sure Tennessee was up there as well. Like we've often thought for the last few years with Houston.
I was about to say.
Wait, what?
Tennessee, who's saying Tennessee? Houston makes more sense.
We've thought for the last few years with Houston that if the quarterback play matched or even was just a step under what the defense provided, you probably have a championship team. They've had some injuries. They've had some guys go down.
Sure.
The quarterback hasn't played at the highest of levels just yet, minus his rookie year. But defense for me is what I think you hang your hat on. And if you get one of those offenses that can put up points and kind of match up with what you're doing defensively, I think that's when you have a championship roster.
So, again, the Rams right now, ESPN.com's FPI ranking, they're number one. They're a clear number one. Are they the only team that you guys would say would be an abject failure if they don't win a Super Bowl next year?
If they don't win it?
If they don't win it.
Ooh. I think
only one team?
That's too much. Like, I think
you made the trade for Myles Garrett. You're going to say F them picks.
Yeah, you are.
So you're loading up.
You've been saying that for a few years, though.
You have, and you did win the one.
I don't think it's an abject failure if you don't win the Super Bowl. And I say that because, one, let's just assume everybody's healthy and playing at their highest level. Puka is healthy, and Matthew Stafford doesn't miss any time, and Kyron Williams does what they have all of their offensive pieces, and their defensive, complementary. All of their pieces are available, healthy for a full 16-game schedule and playoffs. I would still say it's hard to say if they don't win a Super Bowl, that is a failed season. Because it is hard as
What if
hell.
Aaron Donald comes back and joins them and they don't win the Super Bowl?
Is he playing at all-pro level as he did before he left?
I don't know, Kerry. Nobody knows.
I still think it's still difficult to say if you don't win.
You're loving on him the other day. You can't hate on him now.
I do love AD. I think he's a hell of a football player, man. And him and Myles Garrett together, I wish the offensive line the best of luck.
I think the Rams, for me, are the only team that fall in this category right now because they have made the biggest move. They've acquired a monster. They've made the biggest transaction in the offseason to date.
Right.
So, therefore, they're the ones, all eyes are on them now. So if they don't win Super Bowl, if they don't get to the Super Bowl, how about that? If they don't get to the Super Bowl, I think it's a failure.
Which is
in the eyes
LA.
of many people.
Right. I agree. If you're going to make a move like that and you're going to do it this way where it's like, hey, we're all in on winning, then
you better walk the walk.
Right, exactly. Good catch, by the way. The NFC West, by the way, absolutely loaded. Rams, Seahawks, Niners all rank in the top 5 when it comes to the model. And the article also notes how extraordinarily rare that is. The division race is essentially projected as Rams to win 46%, Seahawks 28%, and the 49ers at 26%.
Do you guys see the other two teams in the NFC West doing what they did last year? I know the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Do you see that group repeating something similar? And also, do you see San Francisco staying healthy?
Well, the 49ers will never be healthy.
Yeah, I would say no.
They'll never be healthy.
They got the
power plant issues. So we know that they'll never be healthy. Will they overcome it like they did a year ago? I don't know. They've got Kyle Shanahan, who I'm a big believer in, but obviously Robert Saleh is now the head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
He was a massive key to them overcoming all those injuries from a year ago. I don't know. And I think the Seahawks take a step back as well.
I don't think the Seahawks.
I think they're going to make the playoffs, but I don't see them winning multiple games to get back to the Super Bowl.
I think their defense is still one of the best defenses in the league. They got most of their guys coming back from the team that won the championship game last year, from winning the Super Bowl. The only question is going to be offensive coordinator and how the play calling looks from an offensive standpoint. Is it still as explosive? Do they still get JSN the ball to the level that they did? Or is he still playing at an offensive player of the year caliber level? And if you're able to do that alongside that defense, I mean, that division is going to be a gauntlet regardless. You're going to have to fight your way through it. And even when you play the Cardinals, you're still, like, they're not going to just lay down. Right. So that's a tough division, but I think the Seahawks will still have a really good team this year.
Oh, I do too. I'm not saying that this is going to be a situation where they completely fall off. I think that out of the two Super Bowl teams from a year ago, it's obvious that the Patriots have the bigger odds in in terms of them falling apart.
They got a few things that are, preoccupying them too.
Well, yeah, they just acquired A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
They got going on this summer.
That was coming.
They also won't have the easiest path like they did a year ago.
Right.
What are you talking about?
I think of the Seattle offense, and I thought what Kubiak did last year with Sam Darnold was, there were games when Sam Darnold didn't look that sharp. He was throwing interceptions, but the ability to not put too much on his plate and run the football and just, again, not make him do too much. I thought that was perfect. And that's why, they went on to do what they did. I don't know what that looks like with somebody new calling plays. And let's not forget, they lost their Super Bowl MVP to the Chiefs. So what does the run game look like? It could look different. But, like Carey said, the Seahawks defense, more times than not, will keep those games close if the offense is struggling a little bit.
So while I do think that the Patriots take a step back next year, Jamie, I think one of your other children takes a step forward, rebounds. In a similar way that the Patriots did.
The Buccaneers.
Lions, well, they got a weak schedule.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Not you, Marsh.
Kerry doesn't believe.
Not the Bucs.
Bucs will probably win that division, but
Bucs are going to.
Somebody has to win. That's kind of the rules.
they have
of the
to.
NFC South. They gotta. formally announce a winner. And teams are like,
Bucks.
If it weren't for
if you
Kirk
wanna
Cousins,
win,
they
go
would have
ahead,
won the
man.
division.
The Bucks are, in the
You're
next
right.
year or so, the Bucks are going to be hurting.
Oh, yeah.
They're going the wrong way right now.
What?
Wow. Losing players, guys getting older.
No. They're going to be just
No,
fine.
they're not, Anthony.
They're going to be just fine. No, the Lions, I mean, they finished last in the division. That means they'll draw the much easier schedule when it comes to, at least theoretically on paper.
Dan Campbell tried to turn that down, by the way. He called the league and said, give me a better schedule. They said, can't do that, Dan.
Can't do that, Dan. These Dems are the rules. Yeah. All right, it's the Fastlane on 101 ESPN. The NFC North is going to be interesting. You have the Lions, easiest schedule based on record. Bears, toughest schedule based on record. So we'll see if the Bears wind up being a little overrated going into the year. They also have a Madden curse now that they got to deal with.
Oh!
Whereas the Lions, I'm not saying that they will. I'm not saying they will be overrated.
nobody believes that, man.
But
How does this happen? I'm looking at strength of schedule on operations.nfl.com. You mentioned the Bears are number one. Would you like to know who has the second hardest schedule coming up?
the Minnesota Vikings.
Nope.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Nope.
New York Jets.
No, sir, but you're in the right.
Cleveland Browns.
No, you're getting hotter.
Tennessee.
No, you're getting hotter.
Raiders.
Nope, you're getting colder.
How are you getting hotter?
Colts.
No. We're going south, baby.
Jaguars. Dolphins.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins have the second.
hardest schedule from opponents' win percentage.
Good luck to those guys.
Do they have to play the NFC West? They have to.
Maybe. Arizona has the third hardest schedule.
Okay,
They're
look,
playing the NFC West.
you know, you brought this up, Marsh. I got to see this.
Let's see.
Yeah, they play the 49ers.
Yeah.
They play
And they
the.
got the Lions. They play the NFC. Huh? They play the.
They don't play the West. They only play the 49ers.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Well, they play the NFC.
They play
North.
the AFC West. They play the 49ers. They play the Chiefs, Broncos, and the Chargers.
They messed it up when they gave that extra game, man. It is not simple. It's not as clean as it once was.
Sure.
I don't like it.
Carey, did you mention this? They do play the NFC North.
They play the NFC.
Yeah.
North,
So another little tidbit here. The 30th hardest schedule or the third easiest schedule goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. So if that team doesn't make the playoffs again, that's disappointing.
I would say so. Do you get rid of Joe Burrow?
Immediately.
We'll take them.
Buy him out.
Can't win with them. Can't do it.
All right, Jeremy Rutherford's going to join us next. We'll talk a little Stanley Cup with our Blues Insider and also get into any sort of Blues nuggets and articles that he has coming out next. That's Jeremy Rutherford here on 101 ESPN. I don't think most people spend much time thinking about their garage door, and I certainly didn't. But, you know, look, mine worked. It opened, it closed. That was the extent of my relationship with my garage door. But when you work with the experts, and that's Don's Garage Doors, you realize, like, oh, geez, there's a lot more to this than I thought. Their technician, Jordan, he came out. He was outstanding. He wasn't trying to sell me a new door, convince me I needed a bunch of expensive upgrades. He simply walked me through what he saw. He explained my options, and he helped me make the decision that was right for my home. And what impressed me most was how educational the whole process was. I learned that when your garage door starts to make noise, or it speeds up at the end and makes this loud crash, it's usually your first warning sign that maybe something needs attention. And a simple tune-up today can help you avoid a much bigger repair tomorrow. And considering your garage door is the largest moving part of your home, weighing hundreds of pounds, that's something that you do not want to ignore, and you definitely don't want to tackle that project yourself. That's why I highly recommend Don's Garage Doors. They show up, they know their stuff, and they stand behind their work. They've been in our house, and I'd love to have them back again if and when I need any sort of tune-up down the road. Whether it's maintenance, repairs, new opener, or a full installation, they'll make sure your garage door operates safely and smoothly. If you have young kids like I do in our house, you'll also love that because, kids are always going in and out of the garage when they're playing outside. So schedule your tune-up or safety inspection today at donsgaragedoors.com or call 866-4-DONS-DOOR.
It's time for the Rutherford Report on 101 ESPN.
Anything you folks want to know about the fascinating world of pro hockey, here we go.
3:04, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Calgary and Thompson phone line, where we got our guy Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues insider with The Athletic, who's on the line right now. What's up, JR?
Well, what's up, guys? It's been a while. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, same to you. Before we get into the latest article that you have coming out with The Athletic, last night Vegas takes a 1-0 series lead with that 5-4 win. Ivan Barbashev all over the ice, hitting everything in sight. Just your overall observations from Game 1.
Yeah, Jamie, all you guys, I got a text today, name drop here from the Hammer, and he said, "How about Barbie?" Exclamation point. That's his guy, right? So Ivan Barbashev has been a terrific player, playoff player, everything that the Vegas Golden Knights could have imagined. So, I know that some people still want to kick the Blues a little bit on that one. That was a situation where they had some top six guys. He didn't figure to climb up into that role, and he was going to cost $5 million. And, they got at the time, a first-round draft pick in Zach Dean, who they thought could do something here in St. Louis, and played okay this year in Springfield after leaving the player assistance program. So, it looks like a lopsided deal. It perhaps is a lopsided deal, and Vegas made out with a really good player.
Yeah, one thing to remember too, JR, and I know you're aware of this, is that Ivan Barbashev and his agent had said that they were probably going to explore free agency. And so Army tried to salvage the deal by getting something for Ivan Barbashev. And I believe the plan was for the Blues to try and scoop him up in the offseason like they did with Keith Tkachuk and Doug Weight. But Vegas went on to win the Stanley Cup and had him playing first line in Vegas. That kind of
ain't
messed
going
things up
back.
a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, I'm playing with Jack Eichel and Mark Stone, so no, I think I'll be fine. Yeah, and he's meshed well with those guys. That's the thing. Like, you guys remember, he would get bumped up to that top six and play there in a pinch with some skilled guys and do well. And but it didn't look like a permanent place for Ivan Barbashev. But yeah, like I said, Eichel, Stone, he doesn't look out of place the past couple of years with those guys at all.
Yeah. So, all right, JR, back to the Blues here a little bit. I mean, we hear so many things and read so many things, and all the insiders, like, I know they work hard, but if I hear, like, one more time, like, hearing the Blues are looking to move up, like, what do you know about what the Blues are currently doing? I know you talked to Army about possibilities of moving up in the first round, or in fact just using all three picks. What did you get from that dialogue?
Yeah, please don't let me go on a soapbox here, but I see some stuff, you guys, everybody's going to say, well, don't read the stuff. But, like, you see some stuff, hey, how come you don't throw any stuff out there? Like, a lot of it is crap. It really is. And it is. And listen, 21 years of covering the team, I just don't associate myself with that. If you hear something concrete, I got no problem putting that stuff out there, but a ton of it is crap. And so do the Blues want to try to move up? I really think that they do. And when I sat down, or I guess talked on the phone with Doug Armstrong yesterday, and he said, listen, we want to be as aggressive as others will allow us to be. And that's what that Doug Armstrong said about he and Alexander Steen. But he said, I know it's cliche. We can only move up if teams want to move back. And, you hear that San Jose doesn't want to drop any further than number 4. So guess what? If you got the 11, you're not climbing up to number 2. So now who's moving down? So I think there's going to be a ton of those conversations. But I still think, as Doug Armstrong said in the article, we're still, I think, a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks away from maybe some serious talks with teams, whether it be the Blues, about trying to climb up in the draft.
JR, do you think the Blues are going to be like players in the free agent market this year? I think they have about $15 million worth of cap money that they can use. Do you see them utilizing that to go after a star player, or are they going to just kind of go with the guys that they have and see what they can get in the draft?
Yeah, CD, so they have some money because that cap's going up. Do they want to be a cap team as they, navigate this retool? Perhaps not. When I asked Doug Armstrong that question yesterday, he said it's a fence post situation, meaning you got to get to the draft and see what you come away with in the draft. That doesn't mean you're going to pick a player and plop them in the lineup and now you don't need a free agent, but we're talking about trades. He said that the draft is going to be a pseudo trade deadline because you need to get some deals done perhaps before the draft, because you're going to include some of these picks if you're making a swap with another team. So I think once you leave the draft that Saturday, I think he said, hey, we'll know the roster 5:00 Sunday after the draft, what we need to do in free agency. And I think that'll answer our questions. Listen, if they can trade up and get an Ivar Stenberg number 2, if they can trade whoever and come away with a Jason Robertson, if whoever they move at the draft or come away with at the draft is going to dictate how they approach free agency.
Jeremy Rutherford joining us right now in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Again, he's got an article that came out this morning at The Athletic where JR breaks down whether or not the draft is the real trade deadline, whether the Blues can actually trade up. And one of the other things that you touched upon, JR, is are the core players actually available? So you mentioned the names of Jordan Kyrou and Jordan Binnington, Robert Thomas, Colton Parayko, and Armstrong's answer is essentially ask me in 3 weeks. What do you make of this response?
Yeah, a couple of his responses yesterday were, about dates. Hey, that's not a June 1st question answer. That's a June 20th. So that's where I was going earlier when I say we're probably still a couple weeks away from serious things. One thing I didn't put in the article, but I asked Doug Armstrong, hey, listen, at the podium, a lot of the players, Binnington, Robert Thomas, Colton Parayko, they all said that they're going to have some conversations with the Blues, with Alexander Steen, see where everything stands, before they know what their future is and whether or not they would waive a no-trade clause. I asked him, have you had those talks? Do you know where you're going with some of those individuals? And he said that's an Alexander Steen question. Unfortunately, guys, we're in a situation where Steen doesn't talk until, July 1st. So we can ask all the questions of Doug Armstrong we want. And if he says it's a Steen question, then we can't get our answer. So, that's a tough situation there. I think that the Blues are going to explore on whether it be Colton Parayko, whether it be Jordan Bennington, whether it be Jordan Kyrou. I think less of a factor with Robert Thomas. But I think they're going to continue to throw those names out there and see what they get. But I don't think they're going to make a deal just to make a deal. If it doesn't make sense to move Jordan Bennington, they're going to keep that tandem together. So I expect them to be active. And I think, as Doug said, we're going to simply have to wait a couple more weeks to find out what unfolds.
JR, you talk about Jordan Bennington, and I have to wonder, we talk about the Blues not wanting to move on from Bennington because the return that they would get may not be good enough for the player that you're losing because you got one heck of a tandem in between your pipes for the year coming up. But, I don't think anybody's really asked the question of what if Jordan Bennington asks to be moved? What if he does not want to be 1B or the backup goalie for this year coming up? And he believes in his game. We know Jordan Bennington is an extremely confident guy, as he should be. He's done some amazing things while playing in the NHL as well as international play. But what do you think the Blues do at that point? If he walks into Steiner's office, his old teammate, his Stanley Cup buddy, and says, hey, dude, I just want to play. I want to be a number one somewhere. What do you think that fork in the road looks like?
Yeah, so Bennington is one of the guys who said that I'm going to talk to Steiner at his exit interview. He said he's going to have that conversation. That's been a couple months. Has that conversation happened? Probably. Do I know what the context of the conversation was? No. I have, like you, thought about, hey, what if the Blues don't want to move him, but Jordan Bennington wants to move? The people I've talked to with that question on the table say, well, there's only certain teams that you might want to go to. Do those teams want him? And then secondly, does it make a lot of sense to pick up and leave the only place you've known, go somewhere for a year with a landscape that you might not be familiar with, and try to have a good year to earn that next contract? He's going into the final year of the deal, and he's going to want a contract somewhere. And does it make sense to go to, let's just say, an Edmonton, where I don't think he'd waive his no-trade clause anyway, and maybe things don't work out, and now all of a sudden people say, well, he didn't play well in St. Louis, he didn't play well in Edmonton, who's giving him a contract? I think that if he can come back to St. Louis, if he's comfortable with the tandem situation and knowing that he's not going to get as many starts as Joel Hofer, then that might be a situation where he perhaps could have some more success. I'm just kind of spitballing on this stuff to say, yes, that's possible. He could want a trade, but I think that he might want to elect to stick where he's more comfortable.
Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter, and I guy, Jeremy Rutherford. Love having you on the show, JR. Appreciate the hard work. And again, I highly recommend you check out at JP Rutherford on X and Jeremy Rutherford's latest article for The Athletic, in which he sits down with Doug Armstrong, breaks down a lot of the questions that you continue to have about your Blues. JR, keep up the great work. We'll catch up with you again soon.
Yep, thanks, boys.
Thank you. Again, Jeremy Rutherford here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. No lineup out yet, so we'll save the lineup game for down the road here in the show. So why don't we do our Sports Six-Pack? Part 1, 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. So you got any questions at all, send them in to the Air Comfort Service text line, and we'll answer them next in the Fast Lane. save the Sports Six Pack Part 1 for the following segment because we got to play the lineup game here on 101 ESPN. You got the Cardinals and Rangers as they continue their series at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals did, Jacob deGrom and Nathan Eovaldi the last two nights. And now they will get a lefty for Game 3, boys. It will be Mackenzie Gore, left-hander. Andre Palante on the bump.
Let's go AP. Some people call him AD for all day.
Do they?
That's a different AP.
Yeah, no. Yep,
That's Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. He was pretty
Alex
good.
Petrangelo.
Yeah, that's true,
Andy
too.
Paez.
Oh, gee, well.
Yeah.
Andy Pettit.
I'm kind of intrigued by this game. All right, JJ Weatherholt. No reason to switch things up, right?
Why would you? Anthony, you know how it goes.
All right, show
Things
us.
are going so well right now. Why would you switch it up?
Ignore that. Show us,
on, man.
JJ Weatherholt.
Not great.
Oh!
Fooled us again.
Wow. Okay.
So who's
So is
leading off?
JJ, wait, is JJ
The
getting the
shortstop.
day off, or are
Probably.
they just shuffling the
He's getting a
dice?
day off.
Probably getting a day
He's getting a
off.
day off.
Oh!
You want to go Mason Wynn or Victor Scott?
Oh, Victor Scott. Why? Why?
You got to get on base, man.
What?
So why are you
Have
going
you seen
in?
his,
Why
have you seen
why
his
Mason
OBP?
Wynn? Because he's a shortstop?
I didn't say Mason Wynn. You said Mason Wynn.
Who else
I don't know who else you go.
would you put at the?
don't
Supposed to
know.
have
at the
9 guys
leadoff?
batting.
Who you gonna put as Victor Scott is the
What's he
second
gonna
leadoff
do?
guy?
I think it's Mason Wynn.
Victor Scott's the first out of the inning.
Come on, man. He went 1 for 3 yesterday.
Have you seen his OBP?
Went one for
wanna
something
get
the day
on base.
before. He got a 2-game hitting
Come
streak.
on. Stubby claps on base as much as him. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
I guess so. I say it's Mason Wynn.
All right, you do it.
Go ahead then.
Okay, jeez. Show us Mason Wynn.
Shortstop. That's right.
Gotta be the shortstop.
Gotta be shortstop.
We aren't in the top 10.
Wait. He's the best in the business.
Best arm in baseball.
All right, fellas. Whew. Good luck now. We're going to Von Herrera. Who's pitching? Palante?
Yes.
So Palante and McGreevy is Herrera catching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say Herrera. I would go
I would
Von
say
Herrera.
that's pretty safe.
Yeah.
Herrera's been good in this spot.
Show us a Von Herrera.
What's your favorite position?
Designated hitter.
That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you.
And this is a left-handed pitcher?
Mm-hmm. So Walker.
You're going to go 3 righties back to back to back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you. I agree.
Okay. Show us Jordan Walker.
That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
Yeah. What's going on there? I'm just fixing something that's been bugging me.
Wait a minute. What have we here?
Okay, so Burley's been struggle busing here against lefties. Do you go with Velasquez here?
I do.
Last
Yeah.
time you had Velasquez here, he hit a home run.
Yes, I agree.
I go Velasquez here.
Show us Velasquez.
Man, I'm glad I called that guy.
Welcome back to the show.
That's good, Marsh.
But it's going to get really bad here because we have no idea where anybody's playing.
So, yeah.
Well, he's in left field.
Yeah, I know.
What about DH? Because Herrera's catching.
DH, second base right now. We don't know.
Or maybe Velasquez is the DH.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Oh,
Velasquez
yeah.
might be the
Okay.
DH.
Could be.
I'm with that.
All right.
So 5, do we go Burley? Is he playing? Can't have Weatherholt and Burley out, can you?
Burley might get a day.
Who would play first base?
Yeah, who's your backup first baseman? Jimmy Crooks?
I don't know. Maybe Von Herrera's
I don't know
playing
if he's
first
ever
base.
played there. Last time we did this, we put a catcher at first.
Maybe Von
Paid him a lot of
Herrera's
money
playing
to do
first
it,
and
too.
Jimmy Crooks is catching.
No.
All right, just tell me you hate it then.
I hate it.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
I think it's Burley.
That just pissed me off.
You asked.
That pissed
we're
me
honest.
off. Like, if it was just him, but both of you at the same time, that pissed me off.
It was in sync, too. It was great.
You know what? You think you know some guys, all right?
We're being honest with you. You involve among anybody.
I respect it.
Above everybody.
I hated it, but I do respect it. It was simultaneous as well.
Do we think it's Burley?
Yeah, I do. Because I don't know who the hell plays first
I don't
base.
either. I'm with you.
All right.
Go.
Show us Alec Burleson.
He's not some magic star.
What? You're insane. He's a huge star at this specific sliver of time.
So is Weatherholt here? Did him and Mason Wynn just flip-flop?
I don't think so.
Hip-hop hooray.
Oh. We need a second baseman, we need a third baseman, we need a left fielder, and a center fielder.
Well, Victor Scott is in center field.
Yeah.
Your left fielder is,
I guess,
Brian Torres.
Well, he's a lefty.
Yeah, Victor Scott should not play tonight. Lefty on lefty, he can barely hit righty.
Come on, man.
What?
That's further down the lineup.
Yeah.
You want to go Fermin here?
And Fermin is playing left. Yeah.
Sure.
Fermin's somewhere in this
He's in the
lineup.
lineup.
I think Torres is going to be left field. Fermin's going to play second.
That's what I was
So
thinking.
JC's playing second base.
Oh.
Man, Tomas.
Ah, man. Why not?
Okay.
You want to go Fermin here? I would go Fermin here.
I think Fermin is somewhere in this lineup.
I do.
And I think he's here.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
Show us Jose Fermin.
Hello, local utility.
Okay.
We're battling through this, boys.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's playing.
Well, we're perfect thus far. So.
Come on, man.
You don't believe in that, so don't you come on me and me.
You guys aren't perfect. You missed the first one.
Oh.
You did?
So I said we've been perfect since Herrera.
Why you got to ruin it for us?
Thanks, Mark.
I'm just being
It would
honest.
have been way better if we celebrated at the end of this thing.
Right. And Marsh goes, by the way.
By the way.
You missed
Okay.
the first one.
Damn you, Andrew.
Okay, so is this Gorman, even though it's against a lefty?
I don't think so.
Come on. It's a JC.
I could go with JC here. If JJ's out of the lineup, JC playing second base.
Okay.
Crooks is a lefty. Gorman's a lefty.
So one of these damn lefties are going to be in there?
We got Torres still.
Okay.
Why'd you laugh?
Because his face, he goes, we got Torres still, and he's like starting to.
As soon as he said it,
I don't know.
Sick.
He did. He looked sick. All right. Okay, so who do you think it is?
I don't
JC?
know. I can't think straight. Yes, I think it's a JC.
I'm okay with that.
I wonder if it's Gorman.
You know what? Let's go Gorman.
Go ahead. You've been
Let's
hot
go
today.
Gorman.
Why?
Let's go Gorman.
No, you're
and I
good.
believe it.
You're good.
I believe it. Let's go Gorman.
I feel like you do believe.
It just hit me.
But I don't believe Jamie.
You mentioned it yesterday.
believes that way.
Batting seventh, that might be the sweet spot for him. This is the seventh
Get a little
spot.
runway, I said.
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Thanks, CD.
7 in heaven.
I hope that I
Stairway to 7.
Oh, no, that's not good.
That's a
Stairway to 7.
Yeah, it's a remix.
Got it. Show us Nolan Gorman.
We need 120 RBIs.
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance. I know there's a lot riding on it, but it's all psychological.
Wow. All right, so there's our 3B.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so
8-9. So
JC
Scott is
he's the center
probably 9.
Yeah, so
and
JC
he's the
is
center
at second
fielder.
base.
Okay.
Who else is playing
Or
second base?
Fermin.
Then who's playing left field?
Torres.
I could see Torres in this.
You're going to have 3 lefties back to back to back?
I don't know.
No, I'm not going to. Sajasi's going in here.
All right. You said it with conviction.
Show us Sajasi.
Okay, 90% chest hair, 10%
baseball.
Good job. So JC, what is your second baseman?
Yeah.
I think
Fermin's in left field, and then Scott. Okay, go ahead.
Show us Victor Scott the second.
Feels good going fast.
I guess I was going about 65 tops.
Not bad, boys.
Perfect, guys.
Perfect since number 2. Number 2, Derek Jeter. Run it, Marsh.
All right, gentlemen, leading off, the shortstop, Mason Wynn, batting second and catching, Ivan Herrera. Batting third in right field, Jordan Walker. Your cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Nelson Velasquez. Batting fifth, first baseman, Alec Burleson. Batting sixth in left field, Jose Fermin. Batting seventh, playing third base, Nolan Gorman. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Thomas Sajasi. And batting ninth in center field, Victor Scott the second.
Stay fair! Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go fair, go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw. Home run.
Well, Marsh had a feeling about Gorman after all the smack that was being talked about Gorman. And Gorman, of course, hit the home run last night. So Marsh and I are tied with 10 points apiece. Jamie with 9, Carey with 4, and Bradford Bruns off the bench with 2 points. Marsh, would you like honors?
No, Anthony, you were in first place.
All right,
before I tied you, so you're up first.
Give me Nelson Velasquez.
Okay.
You took Velasquez?
I did.
You're a scumbag.
Thank you.
I don't know what it is about this guy. I feel like he's going to hit a home run tonight. Give me the Ferminator, Jose Fermin.
Fermin, holy smokes, okay. Jamie.
Herrera. Means he won't get one tonight.
You don't know that.
I don't. I kind of do.
Jordan Walker.
Okay. All right, there's your home run derby and your lineup game. Now we'll get to the Sports Six-Pack. Our Air Comfort Service text line, if you got a question for us, is 314-399-9646. Send your questions there. We'll answer them with part 1 of the Sports Six-Pack next in the Fast Lane.
Well, America is turning 250 this year, and my friends over at Circus Sports, they're celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users alike. So how do you download the Circus Sports app? Maybe you want to get involved in that today. It's easy. Go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. Punch in Circus Sports, click on that white logo, sign up, and put your money in your account, and away you go. And then Circus Sports is going to put in $250 once you run out of your money. And there's so many great things available every single day to put your bets on. Circus Sports is the best in the business. They have the best odds in the business every single day, and it's sports betting the way it should be. For more information, you can always check things out at circusports.com. Again, check it out at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older and a Missouri gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals lose to the Texas Rangers last night by a final score of 7-4. They're back at it once again, trying to not get swept as the Andre Palante will face off against Mackenzie Gore. First pitch is at 6:45. Coming up next, we have our Sports Six-Pack, so get your questions in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We will answer your questions next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, and here's Andrew Marsh with question 1 for our Sports Six-Pack.
Question number 1.
All right, 314, born and raised, texting in for the first time from my new home in Wrigleyville.
Oh, wow.
Thoughts on Newt getting inserted back in the lineup this weekend? Think it could be a much-needed spark to get some good vibes going again for the team.
It's a perfect time. You have an offense that has been stagnant at times. We've talked at length about the runners in scoring position issue. Marsh has brought this up countless times where the bottom of the order, 6 through 9, so not just the bottom of the order, but the back half of the middle of the order and the bottom of the order has been one of, if not the worst in Major League Baseball. So inserting Lars Nootbaar, a productive player when healthy, into the lineup, I think could add a major boost. He's also a second half player typically, though. We usually see him get hot in the second half. So I don't know how this translates with him being missing the first 2 months of the season. But perfect time for it.
Let's go, Newt.
He's a professional hitter, at least.
Yeah, love him.
How long he stays in the lineup, I don't know.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
From Soko Ugga Boy. Boys, when should we start to get really concerned about Riley O'Brien?
Hasn't looked great. It hasn't looked great over the last couple of outings here. Although, if you look at what happened last night when Jock Peterson, for example, dumped that one into left field, it was a pretty good pitch. Could it have been lower in the strike zone? Sure, but credit Jock Peterson for getting the barrel on that and just doing the most amount of damage that he could to that. But yeah, it hasn't been great. But relievers are allowed to go into slumps too. They're not gonna be perfect all year.
Our closers?
It happens.
Preferably, yeah. You don't want to see it happen, but yes.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm asking for myself. Just like to know. No, Ant, you didn't have to jump on me.
I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to jump on you.
It felt like it, though.
Okay, fair.
I mean, last 7 games, 0-2 records, 7.36 ERA, and 7 1/3. Last 15 games, 1-3, 7.04 ERA. 15 1/3. He's given up 12 runs.
He did that.
Yikes.
He's walked 5 in the last 15 games.
Okay, so now is the time.
See what you made him do?
Yeah. He's given up 7 runs. He's given up 7 runs in his last 4 starts.
You made him go get stats and facts.
Yeah, it's not good. You mentioned the last 7. The last 4 have been pretty damaging. 7 runs on 6 hits.
Yeah, like a 12
3 walks.
ERA.
Yeah. He does have 4 strikeouts over that same time period.
Yeah.
And
a wild pitch.
And a Marsh. He's keeping the ball in the yard. At least there's no home runs in the last 5 games. But not great. Took the loss in 2 of his last 4 games. He blew a save and he notched a save. One against the Cubs. So I guess now you're concerned. But my statement stands. you're gonna have time even when you're a closer reliever that you're going to have slumps. So concerned, yes. Hopefully he bounces out.
Anthony, it's a rebuild, right? What are our expectations heading into the year?
Well, we'll talk about that maybe in the biggest question of the day, Marsh.
Gotcha. We don't want to spoil anything.
No.
But it's a deep tease. Like, Jamie's really good at the deep tease.
He is.
Thank you for noticing.
Way to go, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 3.
The Waterboy wants to know, what are some of the dumbest questions you can ask sports talk radio guys? If I had to guess, we are going to give our answers, and the Waterboy will text those answers as questions back to us.
He's fishing. He's fishing right now.
Let's just give him something.
I don't think there's a lot of dumb questions.
I don't think there's a such thing.
No, there really isn't. The toughest ones to answer are the hypotheticals.
Yes.
Like, you're just constantly giving hypotheticals. Well, what if this? What if that? And it's like, well, yeah. And then you start to walk down that line, and you don't necessarily even buy into it because it's a hypothetical. So the hypothetical ones are the toughest. For me personally, I mentioned this yesterday, any sort of Hall of Fame question becomes extremely difficult to answer for me. I have a hard time.
Well, it depends on
comparing. Yeah, like Miles Garrett's a shoe-in, but the guys that might be on the border, I'm just not good at answering those questions. So those
Who would those
are
players
tough.
be?
Well, like yesterday, we did Jacob DeGrom. Well, we already had it. So I'll just no. Just do the one that we did yesterday is Jacob DeGrom.
I threw it right out there, and you took it.
It's fine. So those tend to be difficult, and the ones that are frustrating are the ones that we get just constantly when we've answered them already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the ones.
But there's no dumb ones.
I can tell you one, Jamie.
There's an annoying one.
Why won't the Blues trade Jordan Kyrou?
That's a bad one.
Why, Jamie? I mean, why
don't they just trade
Jordan Kyrou?
Funny enough, we did get a question from the 314. Is it time for the Blues to move on from Jordan Kyrou thing?
You just ruined my day. That one when the Blues were losing. Hey, what's wrong with the Blues?
They ain't scoring enough. I don't know.
Losing. Let me tell you.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I can talk about their power play not being good, but you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about not getting shots on goal, but you can read that.
Yeah.
I can talk to you about bad goals going in, but you can see that.
What if they just want to hear you talk?
Sometimes
maybe they like your voice.
Just hear you talk.
Maybe they don't want to read.
I don't know about that.
Maybe they're they couldn't watch the game.
They need answers.
They want Jamie's breakdown.
I love the question though. Like when they've lost like 5 or 6 in a row, and it's still the same question.
Hey Jamie, I see you're working out right now. What's going on with the Blues?
Hey man, no, my favorite is Ed. I don't want to bother you while you're working out. Yeah, I know you got things to do, but what's going on with that Blues power play?
It is a great question.
Sorry, the AirPods blasting in my ears, disrupting you, and you can't hear me. Like, what are we doing here?
I need you to answer my question.
Yeah, it's my favorite. And then they'll keep asking questions and then repeat it again. Yeah, I know you're busy, but just about this Kyrou guy.
How about him?
How about him?
He's a good hockey player, man.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about me. I'm mid-squat here. You're going to stand there. Can you spot me at least?
That's awesome.
No, people are great. It happens every so often, but the gym where I work out at, people are awesome there. They're great. They really are.
Oh, we got those 3. I'm looking at Marsh. Marsh is looking at me. Part 2 is next. 314-399-9646. The Air Comfort Service text line. Keep those questions rolling in. We'll do part 2 of the Sports Six Pack next.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN Part 2. The Sports Six-Pack is right now. 314-399-9646 at the Air Comfort Service text line. Marsh, hit us with question 4.
Question number 4.
All right, from the 469. Obviously, Jamie is a very skilled skater, being a former hockey player, but does he have the ability to perform figure skating moves like the triple Salchow, and the double Lutz?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been trained in said maneuvers. I have seen. So there used to be a TV show called Battle of the Blades. It was up in Canada, and they would bring on retired NHL players. It was like Dancing with the Stars, and they'd pair them with a female figure skater, like a real skater, to help train them and whatnot. And there were a couple of guys that, you know, a couple of weeks into it could do a couple of those moves, like not like the Olympians can, but they could get it done.
Yeah.
But no, those figure skaters, it's a whole different style of skating. One, the blades are different, completely different. They have a toe pick on there. Let me tell you, the toe pick's no joke, because as a hockey stride, you're trying to get that last bit, you push off with your toe. Well, you do that, you're clipping the toe picks and you're biting the ice before you know it. So
yeah.
the figure skaters, men and women who do it, they're very talented. Great leg strength, great athleticism. I have nothing but respect for what they do. Now, could they hockey skate and do the things we do? Probably not the same way. Certainly not with the same power, but they're impressive, to say the least.
Did you ever do dancing as a kid? Like
at the bar?
No, not at the bar.
Yeah, I did that a lot.
Like being a ballerina or anything like that. Have you heard of players that do that? That type of stuff? There's
a couple of guys I heard of throughout the years, but they said, it helped my balance and whatnot.
Right.
I don't know. Sure. Maybe. I don't know.
Just wondering.
Yeah. I don't think my
question number 5.
Done that to me.
All right, from the 636. Anthony, I know that you have trouble when it comes to
everything
describing Hall of Famers. From the 636, you get picked to induct Aaron Rodgers into the Hall of Fame. How do you start off your speech describing him?
Be nice.
He was one of
That'd be great.
One of the
recording this.
One of the most talented quarterbacks and productive quarterbacks during a stretch between 2010 and 2021. One of the most talented. One of the most accomplished.
Anything else?
The damn Packers team never drafted
Oh my God.
a first-round wide receiver for him.
This is
not his fault. He begged him, in fact, pleaded with him. And that lazy Packers team just didn't surround him with the right talent. Did they get to the playoffs consistently, Marsh? Sure. Some would argue the Packers actually did a pretty good job. Did it matter that Devontae Adams was on that roster, even though he's a second-round pick? A damn fine wide receiver? No, because he wasn't in the first round.
Tell him.
That stupid team didn't give him a lot of NFC championship games at home. They had to go in tough environments like Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure
they had one.
I think the last time they were in the NFC Championship game
that was one time.
They decided
the other times he had to do it by himself on the road.
Field goal. Yeah, you forgot about that. They decided to kick a field goal instead.
Yeah.
And give the ball back to the greatest quarterback ever.
Russell Wilson.
No, Tom Brady.
And Brady. Yeah, that was the Bucs year. But I'm talking about the Seattle year.
Oh, just so many.
When clearly he had players on his roster that did not want to win that game, including the guy on the hands team.
Oh, man. I think they
So if he had more competent players and at least one first-round receiver, he would have more than that one Super Bowl. So that's why I elect Aaron Rodgers into the Hall of Fame.
No mention of his 4 MVPs. Huh?
I said productive. He's productive. So he's one of the most productive quarterbacks of his time. Did I not, James?
He's four-time MVP, man.
2010 to 2021, one of the best quarterbacks. I don't know what to say. It's not. I'm only responsible for what I say, Marsh, not for what CD hears.
I don't think you'll be getting the calls for the induction ceremony for A.
What are you talking about?
I don't think they're going to hire you.
He has a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And 4 MVPs.
I
don't think they'll be hiring
one of the
you
greatest regular season QBs of all time.
Gosh. I wonder what your John Elway Hall of Fame speech would have sounded like.
Should have went to the Yankees. Like he threatened. Would have been a baseball. Would have been a Cooperstown Hall of Famer.
Don't.
Instead of a Canton, Ohio Hall of Famer.
Don't do that. Just question 5, please.
Oh, hang on.
Hey, hang on. What about Kirk Cousins if he gets elected?
Yeah. Well, I got to hear this one.
If he gets elected, what quarterback made that amount of money that wasn't good? What QB in NFL history made that much money and was so mid?
So he wasn't actually mid then, because he made, was he third most money made in NFL history?
You get paid what you're worth, Anthony.
Yeah.
Behind Aaron Rodgers.
That's why I vote Kirk Cousins.
I'm curious.
To the Canton Hall of Fame.
Do agents in sports, can they get inducted into Hall of Fames?
Well,
sports agents.
I've yet to see one in hockey.
You get inducted into like your city's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he's talking about
but not into the NFL.
No,
because Kirk Cousins' agent should be inducted into the Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Wow. Or
now, I can do that. I can do that Hall of Fame.
Or
speech.
sentenced to prison for robbery.
Well,
they didn't steal anything from
Extortion,
anybody.
at least.
So those guys who called those old ladies and had them send money, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not.
You're fine with that, Carey?
Come on, Carey.
I don't think that's the same.
I think it's exactly
he
the
picks
same.
up the phone, calls them, has them send a bunch of money, and gives them that.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what they were getting, though.
You thought you were getting a Ferrari, and you got a Ford Taurus.
You saw all of the pictures and the videos of what what you were getting in return, and you still signed up for it.
Thing.
Yeah. Hey, leave Kirk alone, man. He's been playing some damn good ball in his life.
Yeah, sure he has.
Why did that bother Anthony?
You don't get it, man. Never been on your team.
Nope.
Anthony despises him so much that he is brought up every single day.
I don't even.
Marshy?
I don't even do it every
I said
single
this
day.
before.
Somebody does.
Marshy, I've said this before. Carey, you're going to help with this. We have got to get Kirk Cousins on Monday.
Great.
We don't tell Anthony. It's a surprise guest.
I would be, first of all, just so everybody knows, I would be a total professional.
I know you would be.
I would not.
Would you ask him about his agent? Would you ask him about the process and getting contracts?
I probably would once we got him warmed up a little bit.
Yeah.
If I knew he was like having some fun, he kind of understood what
He's
the
a
show
totally
was.
fun guy. Look at all the pictures he did with the Raiders and all that funny stuff.
Very true.
To Kirky chains.
Yeah, very true.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. So
I see you come out of the gate with it.
I wouldn't come out of the gate with it, but strategy to this, Jimmy.
So Kirk Cousins is 4th on the list. He will surpass Tom Brady, I believe, this year.
Can you imagine
in
that?
money made in his career. So it's Matthew
Brady
Stafford,
played
Aaron
22
Rodgers,
years.
Tom Brady, Kirk Cousins. Do you know who the 5th highest paid player ever in the NFL?
It had to be a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty notable quarterback.
Oh, yeah. He's been in the news.
He's been in the news. That doesn't sound good.
He's been in the news. The way you said that.
He's been in the news. What do you mean?
He's been in the news.
I don't know.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Deshaun is 14th.
He's what?
14th on the list.
Well, how recently has he been in the news?
Within the last 2 weeks.
Oh, boy.
Last
Is
week.
he still a current quarterback?
Maybe, maybe not.
Oh, Russ.
Let him go.
Russell Wilson.
I was way in the dark side.
So was
He's
I.
been in the news.
So was I.
Yeah.
Russell was
I
fifth.
thought you were being. Honestly, I thought Vic. The way you said
That's what
that.
I kind of thought, too.
Yeah, but I knew he only got one contract, like one big contract.
Yeah, $315 million for old Russ, man.
Where's my guy Joe Flacco? He's played 32 years.
Joe Flacco he's number 24.
See?
$184 million.
Mm-hmm. Ever. Imagine that. If that doesn't deserve a yellow jacket, I don't know what does.
I don't think that does.
Isn't it a gold jacket?
Gold jacket, green jacket.
A yellow jacket is definitely
what color is gold?
Definitely.
Well, it's different, though. Like, yellow actually is a different,
If someone said to you, can you describe the color gold, what would you say?
Gold.
No, say it's yellow.
No, I'd say it's gold.
It's dark yellow.
Marshy, when you go to the jeweler and you want a gold ring, they'll say yellow or white. Gold.
Okay.
Gold. Yellow.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Like that.
Question number 6.
All right. From the 573, what is the show that your partners got you hooked on watching?
Reacher.
Nice.
Yeah. I had no idea what that even was. And then I was getting ready to go on the plane one time. I was like, what's this Reacher? And I saw this mutant of a human being. I was like, yeah, all right, I'll try this out.
Absolutely.
And now I am on it.
You're welcome.
So Ashley recommended that show to you?
No, we did.
You guys.
Oh, I read partners. I thought it was our show.
We're the partners.
Oh, okay.
We're
not partners?
Like, we said Reacher as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Now, Marsh, you may have been first at that Reacher party.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so thank you. Then Reacher.
Yeah.
All because
if
of
we're
Marsh.
talking about like life partners, it would be Yellowstone.
I like Yellowstone. Yellowstone's a really good show.
I didn't even know what it really was. Like I don't have a lot of time. And Ashley's like, "Oh, this is the thing, Yellowstone. I've watched a couple episodes. Oh, let's check it out."
Mine would have been The Office. I never got it. I never got it before. I'm like, I saw like bits and pieces of episodes and it didn't. Kristen's like, what? You watch it. You got to watch it through because then you understand the characters and stuff. But for me, I think it's hilarious.
And Breaking Bad.
Oh, it's a great show.
That's a great one.
Fantastic.
Breaking Bad is awesome.
Followed up with Better Call Saul and all that.
During COVID, it was Tiger King. With you and BK.
Lion King.
Yes.
Because it was like it was a
Tiger King.
Tiger King.
I don't remember.
Lion King's different.
That is way different movie.
One is child friendly, the other is not.
Yes, very true.
That lady was an odd one.
Yeah, Carol Baskin.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, there's a couple of.
Husband was nowhere to be found.
I don't know.
You got to watch the documentary, of course.
Yeah, don't want to give it away.
There was a couple of, and the other guy there that was the doc guy. I mean, come on. Nobody came knocking on his door, wondering what was going on illegally. No?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we got Paul that's going to be in the Gauntlet next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, I have my stop at mentality in a couple of days, and I always look forward to it. They are a great group of people over there. They do a fantastic job of getting you in, getting you out. But more importantly, you're the one that told me about going over there. And Carey, you look a little sluggish. How you feeling? I'm like, I'm a little tired. I'm not able to finish my workouts like I'm accustomed to. He's like, you need to get to mentality. And I'm telling you, since I've started, it has been outstanding. I know you believe in it. You go to the South County location. I go to Chesterfield. But the same great people at both locations do a fantastic job of getting you back to feeling like yourself, getting you the energy that you're accustomed to having. You can finish your workouts. You can go to work all day. You can have time and energy to play with the kids after work and do other things when you're done with that. So mentality's been great for me. I know they've been great for you as well.
Yeah, Carey, you and I are a similar age. We're in our mid-40s now. I'm 44, and I got young kids. And I want to make sure that I'm still out there coaching and playing in the yard and do all that stuff well into my 50s. I know mentality can help with that. They start with that comprehensive 100-point blood panel, and that shows them what's really going on. If you are low on testosterone, like Carey and I were, they can help you with that. If you're low on certain vitamins, like I think I was low on vitamin D, and they pointed that out to me, and they told me, look, vitamin D will help with your mood and things like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I felt great. I felt a renewed sense of energy. I felt a renewed sense of being, it's hard to describe it, but being more locked in and focused. And I love what mentality has done with all facets of my life.
Yeah, and they're about real medicine. So get in there, give them a call, stop by, see how you can get to feeling like Anthony and I feel. If you're not able to stop into South County or Chesterfield, go online. Schedule your appointment today with mentality at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
4 warriors, 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
Time for the Gauntlet here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 405. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. We welcome Paul into the show. What's up, Paul?
Not much. How y'all guys doing today?
Well, we're doing great, Paul. Appreciate you playing. Thank you for listening. Would you like to play Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, or me in round 1?
Let's go with you, Anthony.
Okay, all right. Paul, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Anthony. Get out of here, you filthy animal.
Beat it.
Head off to the cone of silence. Paul, tell my guy Marshy to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Marshy.
Now, the last time you were on here, did Anthony beat you? Is this why you're looking a little revenge here?
I don't remember who beat me since Marcy hasn't picked me for a couple years now. So
it was Carey, by the way.
Oh, it was Carey that beat you. Oh, okay. All right, Paul, are you hoping? The wheel has stopped, so you can't influence it. Are you hoping for a certain category?
I want Anthony's favorite category, random.
Oh, wow.
Paul, you got random, brother. I am not lying. So you will get 4 random questions here today, each of them worth 2 points. If you use the options, they become worth only 1 point. Wrong answers are no points. And if we're tied, we will go to a tiebreaker, and we will get a winner here in the Gauntlet. Paul, are you ready?
Let's do this.
All right, buddy. Random it is. Question number 1. Which U.S. president supposedly kept a pet alligator at the White House?
Options.
Was it John Quincy Adams, Gerald Ford, or Harry S. Truman?
Ford, option 2.
Okay. Final answer?
Final answer.
Question number 2. What trillion-dollar company was originally called Cadabra?
Options again.
Is it Microsoft, Apple, or Amazon?
No, Amazon. Final answer.
What was that, Paul?
Amazon. Final answer.
Thank you.
Question number 3. What does the G in 5G stand for?
Think of something. Options.
Options are Genesis, Generation, or Grade.
Go generation. Final answer.
All right, Paul, we are at the 4th and final question. Which country has won the most men's FIFA World Cup titles?
Spain or Brazil? Let's go Brazil.
Final?
Final answer.
All right, buddy. All right, let's get our guy Anthony in here. How you feeling, bud?
Not great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, our guy Anthony is back in here, but to plug in his ears, Anthony, that was pretty quick.
That was very quick. Yeah,
what do you think happened there?
Paul either crushed it or he struggled.
Yeah.
Well, he either crushed it or he asked for all the options. So
that's your official breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you got random today.
Pack a lunch.
Question 1, Anthony.
All right, let me focus here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
No. Yes.
Okay. Question 1. Which U.S. president supposedly kept a pet alligator at the White House?
I went to John Adams Middle School. It was John Adams. Final answer. That's a big deal there.
Question number 2.
Although we're the Mustang, so go figure.
Question number 2. What trillion-dollar company was originally called Cadabra?
No idea. Options, please.
Is it Microsoft, Apple, or Amazon?
Microsoft, Apple, or Amazon. Cadabra. Surprise, Cadabra. Is that a Microsoft? Amazon? I'll say Amazon. Final answer.
Question number 3. What does the G in 5G stand for?
What does the G stand for in 5G, you ask? Options.
Options are Genesis, generation, or grade.
None of them really make sense. What was the first one?
Genesis.
That was a video game console, Marsh. You're not fooling me with that. Second one was generation.
Third one was grade.
Grade? I'll go generation. Final answer.
All right, last question. Which country has won the most men's FIFA World Cup titles?
Why don't we go with the club that is, the country that is favored in the World Cup? And let's go with Spain. Final answer.
All right. Let's start from the bottom.
Yep.
Which country has won the most men's FIFA World Cup titles? Without the options, Paul said Brazil.
That's good. That's a good.
Without the options, Anthony said Spain. Play Lady of Spain, he said. And I didn't say that. Carey, answer is
Brazil.
Brazil.
Nice job, Paul.
Yes.
Thank you.
Paul was between Brazil and Spain.
He was.
And he went with Brazil.
Toggled back and forth.
I see where this is going now.
Here we go. Question 3. What does the G in 5G stand for? Paul said generation. Anthony said generation. Marshy, answer is?
It is generation.
Wow.
Both of you needed the options. 3-1 Paul after 2. Question 2. What trillion-dollar company was originally called Cadabra? Paul, with the options, said Amazon. Anthony, with the options, said Amazon.
Wow.
Answer is
Amazon.
Amazon.
Nice.
Paul is up 4-2. One question left. Which U.S. president supposedly kept a pet alligator at the White House? Paul, with the options, said, give me that Gerald Ford. Anthony said, I went to school here, John Adams. Oddly enough, we're called the Mustangs. Anthony, just out of curiosity, what was the actual name of your school?
John Adams Middle School?
Okay. Just double checking. So yes, Anthony said John Adams. Answer is
John Quincy Adams.
Paul.
You have chosen wisely.
They're two different people.
It's two different people.
John Adams is the father
of
John Quincy Adams is the son.
Oh, wow.
And John Quincy Adams.
So I need to say John Quincy Adams.
Unfortunately,
John Quincy Adams is the one that had the pet alligator.
You guys are looking at me like.
I thought maybe you went to John Quincy Adams.
That's why
school.
he tried
That's why I tried
to. Because John Adams is they're different people.
He was the second president. John Quincy Adams was the sixth president.
Hey, no, I lost. Paul, nice job, man.
I even tried.
Nice job.
What was the name of your school?
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Good job, Paul.
I thought I was going to walk off.
Nice job. No, Paul, you crushed me. In fact, nice work, man.
Yeah, you got
nice work.
6-2.
You'll be back. You'll be back tomorrow to take on either Marsh, CD, or Jamie.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Nice job. Congrats.
See you, Paul.
Good job, Paul.
Thank you. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
So I still would have lost if I asked for the options.
If you options,
you would have.
I mean, obviously, I needed to say John Quincy Adams, but
I was a tough one because there was a John Adams and a John Quincy Adams. So when you
no. That's a legit.
Try
that's
not to screw over.
That's a legit L for me.
Yeah.
All right.
That's baseball, Anthony.
That's baseball.
Yeah. So 162. You'll get him next time.
I thought I hit a home run. They reviewed it. It was foul.
They asked you to lay down the bunt. You missed.
Yeah. I tried to lay down the bunt.
Twice.
I missed a couple of times. Then I thought I hit the home run and went foul. Then I struck out.
There was a slider. You missed it.
Yeah. It was outside.
Going away.
Yep. Just a disaster. Yeah. All right. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to go with Brad Thompson.
Second and third. No outs.
I play for the Cardinals. BT, speaking to the Cardinals, will join us in the bottom of the hour. But we're going to go with what's trending next on 101 ESPN.
topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, who is currently residing in the penalty box. We have Jamie Rivers and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Jamie, you actually have something for us for What's Trending
Yeah,
today.
so obviously, huge deal in the NFL. Myles Garrett going to the Rams. Meanwhile, Jared Verse headed off to the Cleveland Browns. By the way, Jared Verse did not look very happy walking down the hallways of the Cleveland facility.
Would you?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
That's a tough drop.
There's a couple of funny tweets out that were like, Jared Verse's first phone call was to Max Crosby, find out he can get this thing reversed. But just like the Cleveland Browns often do, guys, the Cleveland Browns are going to Brown, right? His first day in camp, and Jared Verse, what number did he wear in L.A.?
8.
8. What number does Dylan Gabriel wear for the Browns?
No idea.
Carey?
What number did he wear? 8?
What does he currently wear?
Number 8.
Number 8. So in true
switched?
Nope. In true Cleveland Brown fashion, they have 2 number 8s on the field for workouts. And it started out kind of as a joke where Dylan Gabriel was asked by the media about Jared Verse wearing number 8. And he kind of tried to make some light of it and said, yeah, I was kind of hoping he would pay me for my number. But then he just started wearing it in practice. Move on again. Another quote from Dylan Gabriel says, I'm not going to lie, I felt pretty disrespected the last time I checked. This jersey is still orange, referring to his number 8 jersey that he was wearing for the workout. Then Jared Verse was asked about it. And he laughs, ha, ha, ha. I don't think I'll have to pay for it. I should have it soon enough. That's what he says. How do you let this happen? If you're a Cleveland management and ownership, whether Jared Verse is automatically going to get number 8 or not, because he's a franchise-type player. You just traded your franchise defensive player, probably your franchise player overall, for this guy.
Yeah.
He's a big deal. He's a good young player. There's no doubt he's there for the foreseeable future. Whereas Dylan Gabriel, you don't know. But if I'm the GM, the first thing I do is I tell Jared Verse, look, you're going to get your number 8. Let's go talk to Dylan Gabriel, or you go talk to him, or wear a different number for the first day, and we'll work it out, you know? But the training staff, like Carey alluded to, nobody checked with Dylan Gabriel. They just gave this guy 8, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it's just a total lack of respect.
Yeah, I'm with you on this. This isn't a Jared Verse versus Dylan Gabriel conversation, because if we go that route, it's like, well, who cares? And I understand that. But this is a football organization who has typically, Carey, as you know, has not done things right.
Correct.
They've made bad moves after bad moves after bad moves. And anytime we talk about franchises that know what they're doing, it's always attention to detail, doing it the right way, showing your employees, your players, your workers, your coaches, whoever, the proper respect so that they know putting on a jersey for your organization or working for your organization means something. So, again, if you want to go down the route of like Jared Verse, Dylan Gabriel, one's going to be on the roster, one's not, who cares? You're missing the point, in my opinion.
I totally agree with you.
It is the Browns being the Browns and completely overlooking a situation that, in my eyes, is Dylan Gabriel sucks, but it's still disrespectful to him.
It's very disrespectful.
Sorry.
I think... I mean, I get it. It's not Dylan's fault. It's not Jared's fault. It's the Browns' fault. But we're here now, and Dylan Gabriel, I mean, I'm not saying that he should just take your number, but hell, it ain't going to be your number if they cut you. So what difference does it make?
Wouldn't you just let it play out? Like, either talk to the guy or let it play out or cut him. Yeah. Like, move on. But if I'm Jared Verse, okay, and Carey, you and I have both been in this situation where we're the new guy on the team. You get traded. This is a big deal. He's obviously not very happy about it, but he's coming in. He's replacing a big name. He's expected to do big things. Do you come in kicking the front door open and be like, I'm just going to take number 8?
That's what I said. I mean, I would be assuming that he knew that number belonged to someone. He
probably didn't.
Or he probably didn't.
The equipment guy has to know.
But
the organization
they put it into his locker.
I know.
So that's his number.
Assuming, let's just play a game. Let's assume he kind of knows. I would have, for me, to introduce myself to this group in the right way, I would have told the trainer, hey, hold up, where's Gabriel? I would say, hey, look, dude, I don't know what's going on. They gave me number 8. I'm happy to, throw you a dinner or a weekend at the Ritz with your girlfriend. Like, I'll pay you something monetary for it so we can tell the story.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do that? And if he said no, then I'd be like, okay, well, hey, coach or GM, what do you want me to do here? Like, you're putting me in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
And because right now the focus is not on the Browns at practice. It's not about snaps and wide receivers and play calling. It's about Jared Verse wearing Dylan Gabriel.
But I think Dylan Gabriel he didn't have to take that to the media either. Like, Dylan Gabriel has kind of.
But to my knowledge, the way I read the story is they both took the field not knowing.
Yeah, but the media doesn't know. They don't know the circumstances. They didn't know anything until Dylan Gabriel said, "Well, yeah, I didn't know," and he never approached
took the field. We're number 8.
That's
they're gonna ask questions.
But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we would wear defensive player jerseys in practice. Like, it's not a huge deal like that. Like, on walkthroughs, I might have Casey Hampton's jersey on.
But
he
what
might have mine on.
Gabriel drafted in?
He's a third-round pick.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, and in college you have multiple people wearing the same number, so it's not.
That's a whole different ball of wax.
But it's not a huge deal. They're on different sides. Dylan's jersey is orange because he's a quarterback. He doesn't even have a brown or a white jersey. Like, his jersey is completely different. So I don't think it became an issue until Dylan Gabriel actually made it an issue.
Well, what's he supposed to say?
He's supposed to say, "Oh man, I don't know what. They kind of screwed it up, but we'll figure it out." And keep it moving.
Make him look soft.
No. What makes him look soft is, they just gave the guy my jersey, and it was funny. At first, it's not funny. Now you sound.
I sound a little pissed off. Like, at least I got a little bit of a backbone.
Yeah, but Dylan Gabriel is third at best on that roster as a quarterback.
That's not the point.
It kind of is.
It's not. It's just like any business. If somebody's like, you walk into your office and your stuff's not there anymore, somebody else is sitting in your desk, but they say you're still with the company, but you're really not. You're working out of another cubicle. It's written on the wall. I know
the position is still available. The number probably is not.
What do you got, Marshy?
Just doing a little digging. I'm not even sure if that quote is even real.
Oh,
see.
But the fact
but
that
the 2 number 8s is absolutely real.
Yeah. I don't know if the Dylan Gabriel quote is per se a thing.
All right. Well, either way, I went to other sources, not just Twitter.
Just throwing it out there.
It's definitely a thing as far as the number
8 thing. Yes,
is a thing.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We're going to have Brad Thompson join us next. We'll talk about the Cardinals matchup tonight against the Rangers, break down some of the bigger happenings, get his thoughts on some of the young players that have come up. All that next with Brad Thompson here on 101 ESPN. I love Mosby Building Arts for a variety of reasons. They've been at our house. They've done some other fixes, upgrades and things like that we certainly love. And when it comes to working with Mosby, if your laundry room feels like the most frustrating part of the house, then you need to call Mosby Building Arts. For a lot of homeowners, you're talking about cramped spaces, no storage, piles on every surface, carrying baskets up and down basement stairs, perhaps, if depending on where your laundry room is, in a room that just never seems to feel like it works the way it should. That's why now is a great time to call Mosby Building Arts. A laundry room makeover can completely change the flow of daily life with better storage, better lighting, more workspace, and a layout that finally makes sense for the way your home actually functions. And this June, this is the part you really want to listen to, this June, qualifying laundry room projects come with a free washer and dryer. How about that? Free washer and dryer with any qualifying laundry room projects. Or homeowners can choose 5% off the entire project instead. So maybe you just purchased a washer and dryer not that long ago or within the last couple of years. You don't need that. So you take the 5% off the entire project. Either way, Mosby Building Arts makes it work for you. Visit callmosby.com or call 314-909-1800 before June 30th of 2026. And then you're going to qualify for, again, either the free washer and dryer or the 5% off your laundry room project with Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals are back in action tonight after losing to the Texas Rangers last night by a final score of 7-4. Andre Palante will be on the mound tonight for the Cardinals. First pitch is at 6:45. We were scheduled to talk with Brad Thompson. We're going to push that one back and dive into some NFL stuff. Which young quarterback can jump into the elite tier? We'll talk about it next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We're going to chat with BT in about 10 minutes or so. BT had a push back. He's obviously preparing for tonight's game between the Cardinals and Rangers for Cardinals TV network. So we'll make sure that we check in with him about 4:45. So let's switch gears. Talk about the segment that we had coming up, which is which young quarterback can jump to the elite tier. You had Bears quarterback Caleb Williams, continues his drive and established himself as one of the NFL's elite players, and certainly has the it factor because now he's the new Madden NFL 27 cover boy.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So thoughts on Caleb Williams taking the next step this season, and then who else do you think is that young quarterback that you see could make strides and take that next step, whatever that next step may be? It doesn't have to be a Caleb Williams situation where it's like, maybe Caleb Williams becomes a quarterback that can take the Bears to an NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl. Could be Josh Allen winning a Super Bowl or Lamar winning a Super Bowl. So what?
I'm trying to put the list of names: Cam Ward, Tyler Shook, Mendoza, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. Am I missing anyone? I don't consider Jordan Love in that young quarterback conversation anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Drake May just took his team to the Super Bowl. Jaden Daniels went to the NFC Championship a few years ago, then dealt with injuries. We don't know what Mendoza is. Tyler Shook actually played much better than I think everybody, me included, thought he would.
Definitely.
Cam Ward, he's got some weapons now. I think Caleb Williams is probably the name that you look at and saying from that class and from those younger players drafted in the last couple of years, he's probably the one that takes the next step. They were, a few plays away from advancing in that playoff game last year. Like, they were right there on the cusp of doing some spectacular things last season, had a really good year. So I would say that Caleb Williams is that one. And I think we've talked about Ben Johnson. We've talked about how great he is as a play caller and what he does offensively and how he prepares his quarterbacks specifically and his teams. Like, I'm believing that Caleb Williams is going to take that next step. And they lost to the Rams in overtime last year. They are a team that could be ready to roll and make some things happen come 2026.
That's kind of the one that I don't want to say it's the easy pick. It's just kind of the obvious pick.
Yeah, he's kind of the poster child for the conversation.
Especially with the really good head coach coming off a good season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anybody else that would exceed what he's capable of doing.
I know this player went to the Super Bowl last year and was right there in the MVP voting. Would you consider Drake May to be one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL right now? He is a young quarterback entering to his third year.
Yeah, no.
I don't think he's elite.
I don't think he's elite.
What is he with A.J. Brown, though?
Can he, though?
I think he could certainly bounce back from what we saw in the Super Bowl and quiet the doubters.
Like, we're talking about Caleb Williams jumping into that category, and he hasn't even been to a conference championship game. No. Drake May just took his team to the Super Bowl.
Certainly a rougher road, though, for Caleb Williams.
They had a last place schedule.
I'm talking on the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
So you had C.J. Stroud, who may or may not have been.
He was not doing that.
Okay, all right.
He wasn't.
I don't have to say it.
No, we got too much of that in the news.
Okay.
He wasn't doing
all right, I won't say it. We're all thinking it. And then, of course, you had the Broncos with Denver. I'm not taking it. Drake May had a great season. I know what you mean from a regular season standpoint. Yeah. They both, both teams they benefited from the last place schedule. I just think Caleb Williams' road looked a hell of a lot tougher. He gets the Rams. Still nearly beat them. Yep. Yeah, had to beat the Packers again. Yep. I do think, though, Marsh, to your overall point, there is still a next step for Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
Can we expand the conversation, though, to not just young quarterbacks, but quarterbacks that are in their prime that haven't done anything yet, that are still talented?
Are they in their, so are you thinking of a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson? Because I already consider them to be elite. They are one of the top 5 quarterbacks.
No. This quarterback you would not consider elite.
Okay.
And you have doubts, yet he's super talented.
Dak Prescott?
No.
Is he an older guy or younger guy?
He's 28.
So he's an older guy.
Jordan
he's
Lawrence?
super talented.
No.
Jordan
But
Love?
you have doubts. It's got to be Joe Burrow.
Nope.
Is it the injuries?
Oh, he's talking about Kyler Murray.
Nope.
No.
Everybody talks about Kyler Murray. Oh, your favorite player?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Do we have to keep talking about Jay Herbo?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, forgot about him.
He's forgettable, Marshy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. Yeah.
Justin Herbert can Justin Herbert can play.
He
can play, but he has not.
He doesn't. He will
has
get
not
both of his
elevated.
offensive tackles back this year, so maybe he'll be better. Maybe the team will be better.
Look, the four of us started at 4 of the 5 offensive line positions last year. We nearly got Justin Herbert killed. For him to still put up a season in which he threw for 26 touchdowns and 13 interceptions and got the Chargers back to the playoffs, I know they fell short once again. I get it. He has not had top-tier coaching or a roster built to sustain in the playoffs, and yet he still has that team competitive.
You feel like they have the receivers to get that done? I mean, Lad McConkey, I think
that's what I'm saying. He's
really
just
good.
he's not had the offensive line was a big problem last year. The wide receivers, no, they haven't been great, and the defense has been good but not elite. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. If you put Justin Herbert in Seattle last year,
they probably won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's better than Sam Darnold,
who just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's kind of my point. If you gave him,
does he turn the ball over in the playoffs like he has been doing the last few years? That's been a thing where he doesn't turn the ball over that much in the regular season and then just decides to flip a switch and stink in the playoffs.
Well,
where Sam Darnold threw a ton of interceptions in the regular season, but was very careful with the football in the postseason.
Correct.
So I don't know. Does Seattle win the Super Bowl if Justin Herbert is their quarterback?
I think they do. But to your question, Marsh, this is why I put Herbert in this category. I think he's a very talented QB. I think he processes information at an elite rate, and I think he's won some pretty incredible games over his career. And yet, when it comes to the playoffs, either he, screws the pooch or his defense completely melts down like they did in Jacksonville the one year.
Yeah, but his defense didn't really melt down against the Patriots.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's either him. Yeah. It's either him. Mm-hmm. He had. I mean, the one the Houston game, the playoff game against Houston the one year was horrific.
Right.
It's 2 years ago. He was terrible. So I'm not excusing him. Yeah. But the game against Jacksonville, they couldn't run the ball at all in the second half, and the Jaguars came back. That should have been a playoff win for him if they could just run the ball, and they couldn't figure it out.
We have some people, and by some people, we have a lot of people on the text line wondering why we have not brought up Bo Nix, his name,
because he's hurt. I don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, he's banged up.
He's coming off the major surgery. We talked to Sean Payton.
Then they had to go back and clean it up.
And then that was before they had to go back and clean it up. I kind of don't. I'm not including him, not because I don't think that Bo Nix could be somebody that takes the next step. I'm not including him because I don't want to put unfair expectations on him if he's hurt.
Right.
It's one of the biggest reasons I didn't pick the Rams last year to win that division because the injury situation for Matthew Stafford was completely uncertain.
You were right about that one, Anthony.
I was not. Apparently, he was healthy as hell.
They didn't win the division.
No,
they did not.
Fair, Marsh. Yeah. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're going to get to Brad Thompson next. If he does have to push back again, he's
good to go.
He's good to go.
He's good to go.
Well, then we're good to go with BT next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
We're talking everything Redbirds with Cardinals TV analyst Brad Thompson on 101 ESPN. BT is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings, the ultimate home run for wings and wins.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Let's head to the Callier and Thompson phone line. We're joined by our guy Brad Thompson, 2006 World Series champion, alongside Chip Carey on the Cardinals TV network. What's up, BT?
What is going on, fellas? Anthony, I got to tell you before we get started here, I was thinking about you this weekend. I really should have called you or at least sent you a text message. No, this is all a good thing. I didn't dive into a pool and hit the side or
there it is.
Anything like that. Yeah, nothing like that. I didn't have a kid that realized that he wasn't a shortstop anymore, transitioned to a different position. Nothing like that.
Yeah, sure.
Would never call you for something like that. But,
Sure.
I was at my son's Dylan's flag football game.
Yes.
And it was the championship game. They did win. Their team was really good.
Oh, congrats.
There was a coach on the other side, Anthony, and our coach is fantastic, did an awesome job. Their coach was super intense, and maybe too intense, and like screaming out all the plays, and then just the sadness on his face as the 12-year-old like couldn't do it, like he was just baffled that his guy threw like 4 picks.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking about you because I know you're out there coaching.
Sure.
Like I am so interested in your style of coaching. Okay, like what are you on the sidelines, Anthony?
I usually keep it together, although there's a couple of assistant coaches that I've got one guy who's incredibly positive, one guy who kind of thinks like me, and one guy who I can just tell my honest opinions and assessments of, and I feel like that guy comes in handy when we aren't playing maybe as well as we can, because I feel like he really kind of affirms what I'm seeing, you know? But I have about 600 plays, as CD can attest to.
Yeah, way too many.
And I wind up only using about 4 of them, and I just get the ball to my best playmakers. What I'm trying to say, BT, is that I'm fortunate that I have the team that I have, because I'd probably be like that guy if I didn't.
Okay, no, it's great. It had me laughing because I get intense too, right?
Sure.
At some of these baseball tournaments, it's all about fun and development, but I like to win too.
Yeah.
And I care when little things are done right. Like it bothers me so much. Sometimes, Anthony and guys, I think that you all can appreciate this. Sometimes I don't care if the result is the intended result. If you didn't get to the result the way you're supposed to, that bothers me. I feel like I'm not teaching you the right way. So it got to me. I was so excited about. I need to come out to one of the games that you're coaching because I just want to see it in person. I want to see CD being the guy right next to you.
Yeah, Marsh came out. He came out to watch. I think one of our playoff games, and then the semifinal game.
Yeah, it was a good time, BT.
I love that so much. I love it.
Kristen always gives me crap, BT, because I'll put the playbook in front of my face like there's TV cameras, as if somebody's going to read my lips. And she'll always tell the fans, like, look at him. Nobody's getting his plays, are they?
Now, the boys all have the wristbands, right? Everybody's got their wristband. Do you give your
actually
play
not
to the
yet.
center and he calls it in?
No
wristbands?
Yeah, so
we're amateur hour.
He's got a Bluetooth on the quarterback, and he calls him with his cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. We actually just put the helmet on, and we've got everything going through the helmet. No, at 8 years old, so this upcoming fall, we may have to transition to the wristbands. We're a little younger yet.
No, that makes sense. They can't even read at that age.
No, hell no. No, they'll be running the wrong play every time, BT. So, but hey, congratulations to Dylan. That's awesome. He had to be excited.
Oh, yeah, they had some fun. They had some fun for sure. But anyways, let's get into baseball. What do you guys want to talk about?
Brad, you just talked about, doing the little things right. You don't care about the results sometimes. It's how you get there. Our guy Oli kind of felt the same way after the game last night. What do you make of those comments? And, what did you see in particular that are some of the things that, clean them up a little bit?
Yeah, first of all, you know why I love you guys? You tend to pick up what I'm laying down. So that was a perfect segue, Jamie. That was very good.
I knew what you were doing, buddy.
Very, very good. No, look, Oli, I feel like in general is very honest with what he sees, and that was one of those ball games where there were opportunities. Look, the offense has been hard to come by recently. I mean, you look since May 1st, it's been a struggle, man. The Cardinals are 28th in baseball in runs per game. They're not drawing walks. They're certainly not hitting with runners in scoring position. So the thing is, when you're in a ball game like that, you've got to be able to execute little things, right? Two of the little things that he talked about, 2 bunts by Vic that need to get down. One, the bunt that he had, the safety squeeze early, I do think that was one where Wynn could have potentially scored on that one. You see it down, you read it. So that's a little thing on both sides. Now, that bunt's got to be away from the pitcher. That's on Vic. The one that he popped up late, like, you have to get that down. Like, you have a job. That's the job right now, especially when you're not swinging it really well offensively. Have to be able to get down a bunt. I know that sounds like harsh, but that's the job, right? And then some of the at-bats there against Beeks, when you went to a couple of pinch hitters, you go to Velasquez, and then you go well, first of all, his at-bat, you have to put the ball in play there somehow, some way, right? So just the approach in that moment, you have to be able to shorten up a little bit against him. And then right afterwards is Mason Wynn, same thing. Got to be able to put that ball in play against Jalen Beeks when you got a couple of guys on. You got to figure out a way to put a little bit of pressure on the defense. Both of them strike out. Strikeouts are going to happen, but Beeks was not a guy that's punching tickets at a 30-35% clip. That hasn't been his game, and somehow the Cardinals allowed him to do it. So it's just kind of one of those that gets away. Jose Fermin comes in, barrels one to left. Not much you can do about that. You got a guy standing there. So it's just kind of the execution, and then late in the game, things fall apart. With Riley out there, that one will bite you a little bit. Leadoff walks bite you all the time, but that inning in general, right? That seventh inning, I think, was the one that frustrated Oli the most.
BT, the Cardinals made some moves last week, bringing up Jimmy Crooks and Nelson Velasquez and sending down Pozo. I don't know if you know this. I saw this earlier today. The Cardinals are second in the league in wild pitches allowed, and Pedro Pajes is behind the plate for a number of those. Do you see Jimmy Crooks kind of taking over more of those opportunities if Pajes does not or cannot keep the ball in front of him? And second part of that, as a pitcher, do you get pissed off when your catchers let the ball past them and they call it a wild pitch?
Yeah. No, it's a great call. First of all, everything is a pass ball.
They got the gear on.
I don't care if it goes to the backstop, on the fly, pass ball. Put a glove on it, knock that bad boy down. No, so I don't see Crooks getting like the reps because of that specifically. But if he's going to be here, he's going to play. So obviously Pedro's taking a little bit of a back seat when it comes to the catching duties. Now we saw him come into the ball game late. Did have one of those wild pitches / pass balls. That was a slider from O'Brien in the other batter's box. Not the easiest thing in the world to knock down, one that you want knocked down. There was one by Jimmy, though, earlier in the ball game that he needed to knock down as well. Didn't do it. So, like, those are little things that you would love to see cleaned up behind the plate, again, because the details matter. Every 90 feet against the Cardinals seems to matter at this point because they play so many tight games. But with Crooks right now, the way that it sets up, he's going to catch twice a week. And Herrera is going to catch twice a week. That leaves one game on a normal week if you have an off day for Pedro. So his role does change. What I truly appreciate about him, because he's been getting the lion's share of the catching duties, is that his approach and his mentality and the attitude has not changed for him. Like, he realizes that the kid's going to get some reps. And he, like any competitor, he wants to be out there every single day, but it's not in the cards for him right now. He had the chance offensively. Things weren't where they wanted. They're banking on a little bit more upside offensively from Crooks, not in the lineup today against a lefty, but again, he'll be getting a lot of those reps. If you don't have a very viable, like, good game planner, good guy, good attitude as that, like, quote-unquote backup catcher, even though you have 3 catchers right now, that Pedro kind of falls into that mix right now, I think you're in trouble. So the fact that he is taking on that role the way that he is, we've all been around players, guys, that have lost playing time regardless of your sport, regardless of position, that are like a cancer to have around and just drag everybody down with them. Pedro is like the opposite. Like, he is all over, all about helping the kid, helping the team, and I love that.
Couple more things for Brad Thompson here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. BT, we got this question earlier about Riley O'Brien and his struggles. When should we be concerned? You filled in that role as a reliever. Now he's a closer, and it feels like those guys can't go in slumps at all, or else, it's always panic time. But what are you seeing on a Riley O'Brien that maybe you weren't seeing early on? Or is this just a slump? And, hey, this the reliever slump too?
Well, I mean, there is certainly something to be said about that. And the volatility within a bullpen from year to year, but that could be from week to week. We've seen with Riley O'Brien finally here, the confidence has grown for him. He's built himself up something. It was a good year for him last year, and then had the opportunity to kind of go on top of that, be a closer early on in the season this year. One of the things that you're seeing right now for him, it's not the stuff. The stuff has been good, although I believe that he's going to want to and has been working on tweaking his sinker a little bit. There's less depth on it right now. So this is a fun one. Like if you're watching at home next time Riley pitches, I don't know if he'll be in there today after, 32 pitches yesterday. But sometimes from like a sinker ball guy, when you see those like oohs and ahs, like that horizontal movement, like big time arm side run, it looks great on TV. That's not what he wants. Like he wants like the later depth down sinker that is moving on a different plane, and he's not getting as much of that right now. So that's going to be a tweak for him. Just talking about differences in the successful times and the struggle times, and then it's just the falling behind. When you're falling behind in counts, you're going to be in trouble. He's a two-pitch pitcher. He's sinker sweeper, right? Mm-hmm. So there's not like that third option that you sneak back into account with. It doesn't have that rolling curve ball that it's like, 1-0, boom, throw that in, you're back in the count, and you go back to work. So if he's not strike one oftentimes, he's going to find himself into a little bit more trouble. But the biggest key being out in that bullpen is just the mentality of it. The reason I was late to you guys today, which I apologize, but I had the opportunity today. Ricky Horton and I were out in the bullpen for the last hour while everybody was throwing their sides and learning what's important to them. Like during side sessions, and Matthew Liberatore was throwing his bullpen today. Leahy was out there, McGreevy, May, all of the starters kind of follow each other. But then the relievers were out there as well. And I had the opportunity. I was talking to Julio Rangel, the bullpen coach, and talk to him kind of about what we're talking about, the mental aspect of his job and the game in general. And he said it's very interesting. He's like, different guys, you got to figure out when to talk to them, when to lift them up, when to get on them a little bit. And he mentioned Riley. He goes, look, I know Riley's going through it. I haven't even talked to him today. Like he doesn't need somebody to talk to him. Sometimes you know how it is. You start walking over to a player, you walk over to a kid that you're coaching, Anthony, and it's like he already knows. He knows that it didn't go well.
Right.
Sometimes that conversation is lost. So there is like a real art to the coaching on a psychology side of things of getting guys through 162. So
sure.
You're right. There's no safety net when you're in the ninth inning. There is your bad days tend to be losses, which is a very tough pill to swallow. That's why you have to be a tough individual to pitch the ninth inning. So we'll see what it looks like going forward for Riley O'Brien. There's no question the stuff is good enough. Can he continue to repeat it? Like this will be a small downturn for him. What does he do with it? I think that's going to be one of the more fun things to watch. And then who else pushes the envelope? Like who else could be an option for you if you really needed it? We're seeing great things out of Soriano as of late. I love the way that Graceffo's throwing the ball. We've seen JoJo handle the ninth before. So Cardinals have some options. Right now, overall pitching been very good for them. Hopefully the offense starts clicking in and they start winning some more ball games.
Well said. BT, two-part question to wrap up. One, did Dylan play on like an NFL team when did they have the NFL jerseys with the flag? Who
Yep.
So what team?
So they were the Panthers. They were the Panthers in this one. Reversible jersey.
Yeah.
Slick. They went with the black jersey for the championship game.
Okay.
I got to tell you, this team, and this is with all due respect to all of the other teams in the league, they boat raced everybody.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It wasn't because my son was on this team. Okay, Dylan did a great job.
Crap.
Very proud of him. Plays baseball mainly, but into the flag football, he was good. Anthony, you'll appreciate this. He was the guy. He was always the hand-up guy on defense too when he wasn't on offense, being one of the receivers, where he's going after the passer. I mean, he's fast, he's tiny, he's sneaking through.
That's awesome. Yeah, he was the blitzer.
Nice.
Good for him.
Dude, we got a quarterback, 12 years old. He's like on the run, 45 yards, dropping dimes. It's crazy. It is crazy. Somebody call the NFL. This kid's ready.
That's incredible. So I was going to ask you what position he played. So was Dylan mainly a blitzer?
Yes, he was blitzing and then a slot receiver.
Excellent. Now I just got word that Dylan was also in the tarps off section the other day. Can you verify?
Also true.
Chip off the old block, baby.
Andrea and I were sitting behind the plate. Him and his buddy went to the game, and they're all looking out there. I go, "You guys want to go out there?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do." So I say, hey, go for it. If for some reason, if they turn you back, just come back. I didn't know if you need to show your ticket or whatever.
Brad Thompson's your dad.
No big deal. But yeah, dude, they went out there. They said the group was awesome. Their tarps off. They did come back right before. So this was Saturday. They went out there against the Cubs. Like I would say, a half an inning before there was a chance of overrated.
Tough look there.
I swear the ball was like 2 feet away from where they were standing before. So
you would have had to throw it back.
Probably, or would have hit him in the teeth. I don't know. But they enjoyed the heck out of it. I mean, how much fun has that been? Obviously, we want the Cardinals to rattle off some wins, but last night it kept filling up, especially as the Cardinals tied the ball game late. Unfortunately, lost it. But yeah, been some energy, and D is out there. I can definitely see the Stalter boys out there for sure.
Yeah, Lincoln. I got to get Lincoln out there. Lincoln will definitely do it. Although Killian, I think he wanted to do it the one time. He saw Fredbird after the game. We were there when Ivan Herrera hit the walk-off home run, and as soon as Killian saw that Fredbird was out there, sans tarp.
Yeah.
Killian was ready to do it. I said, man, go for it.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it. Anthony, that must have been the missed call I had when you were at the game, obviously.
I almost said it was
right.
It was the night that Killian and Madeline they did the whole take me out to the ball game at the seventh inning. I had like stuff to do, BT. I'd have made sure they were.
You didn't.
Well, no. Okay, you know what? I probably could have saw you when they were on the field, but I grabbed a beer instead.
Sorry. That's a pretty good choice.
Yeah. But listen.
All right. Well, priorities. Take care of your children. Fine.
BT, you're the best, man. We miss you. We love you. And we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, fellas. Love you. Talk to you next week.
See ya. That's our guy, Brad Thompson, here on 101 ESPN. I'm fired up. So I know Dylan was playing tackle football at one point, and he was suffering some injuries and stuff like that. So I'm glad that he was out there with flag and got himself a championship. That's great.
Nice, man. Love to hear that stuff.
Heck yeah. All right, biggest question of the day is coming up next. And Jamie cooked this one up. Can a rebuild actually be compared to parenting? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Take your yard back from those nasty mosquitoes, ticks, ants, spiders, roaches, little other rodents that are around there, the moles and little things that are crawling around. Call AMCO Ranger. They're going to help you out immediately. They do a great job of getting over to your home. They assess the situation. They talk to you about what they're going to do. They set a plan, and then they take care of things. They execute that plan. AMCO Ranger has been out to my house a few times now, and every time they come out, they take care of the issue. The first one I had was moles. I'm not seeing them anymore right now. They put some traps out, took care of business. And then ants. Ants are always bad back around the pool, the trees and things like that. The ants have dissipated now as well. And every time they leave, AMCO representative, he sends me a text and lets me know exactly what they did and when he'll be back. And if, of course, there's a problem, to give them a call, because customer service is at the forefront of what they do. They serve the entire St. Louis area as well as the St. Charles County area as well. And if you have any problems with any of the things I just talked about or even more, call AMCO Ranger. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. Their number is 636-441-2847. Again, that's 636-441-2847. Or you can always visit AMCORanger.com.
Fastlane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN, where it's 5:09. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. And Marsh, you have the biggest question of the day in some respects, because it was your thought originally. And then Jamie, you had chimed in during the pre-show meeting, and you're like, yeah, it's kind of like parenting. So, Marsh, I'll let you set the stage, and then we'll kick it over to Jamie.
Yeah, so we were talking in the office before the show, and just talking about the Cardinals, and heading into the season, the expectations, of course, they weren't high because this team is in a rebuild. However, they have shown us that they can win ball games. So my thought was, okay, has the mindset for this team, have our expectations changed? Because I've seen them play good baseball, and then you watch last night and you see a lack of execution. And so Jamie's like, well, it's like kids, right? They show you they can do this one thing, and then you're like, all right. They can do it. Mm-hmm. And then next week they can't. And then, Jamie, you said it's kind of like parenting. Mm-hmm. So the question is, can a rebuild be compared to parenting?
It is if you're doing it the right way. As long as you don't get impatient. And that's where teams fall into the wrong category, is when they have the rebuild going, like you said, Marshy. Well, I've seen them do it before. Well, we got to DFA this guy or option him here or trade this guy. You don't do that with your kids. Like, you teach your kid how to tie their shoes, and then the next week they're struggling again to tie the shoes the right way. You don't say, well, that's it. Get the hell out of my face, Junior. Yeah. I'm tired of your act.
You've had enough runway.
We've gone over this enough. Go live with the neighbors.
I'm sending you down.
So, although it's not directly comparable, it is in some circumstances, because as a parent, you see your kids, you're constantly trying to teach your kids, develop them with life skills. And if they play athletics, Anthony, Carey, myself, Marshy, you will coach one day if you haven't already. And it's constantly little steps forward, and then you get a step back. Sometimes 2 steps back. So you got to readjust, little steps forward, keep going in that direction. And that's what the Cardinals, I believe, that's what Chaim Bloom and all you're trying to do right now, is instead of the major shakeups everybody wants, call up, Baez, call up Blaze Jordan, call up this guy. We don't know what that might do to the development of your other children that are currently on the roster. And Jordan Walker right now, he's taking a few steps backwards. Are we done with him? That's it? He's back to what he used to be? We're done? Get rid of him? I'd say probably not. He's shown us what he can do. So why don't we just be patient a little bit, as much as we hate those 2 words? Or how about we see it out? Let's change the words.
That's a new shirt.
How about we see it out and look at where Jordan Walker is 3 weeks from now, a month from now. Burley's been struggling against left-handed pitching. Let's see where he is a couple weeks from now. It just, watching a rebuild that's done properly feels to me a lot like parenting. Is you have to enjoy the good times, and when they get bad or they stumble backwards, it's your job at that point now to get them going in the right direction again.
I agree. I think it's about patience, and it's about the willingness to not give up on the player or the kid, and allow them to have those moments where they don't, meet or match the expectations because you've already explained it to them. But even, it doesn't matter whether it's a young athlete, an older athlete, your child, they're always learning, and they're always going to, have some moments where they make a misstep. And that's your job to, kind of like Jamie said, put you right back on the right track so that you can win games or win in life, whatever you're doing, whatever you're teaching. I think that makes the most sense. So I agree.
I also think it's a perfect comparison, Jamie, because you're right. I mean, as a parent, you feel like you say something once, and all of a sudden they're going to get it. Or even when you do show some patience with them, and it's like, I've been saying this every day, when is it going to click? And then all of a sudden that day does come, and it will. You're like, and you're like, oh, you feel like you're on top of the world because they had been listening. It just didn't sink into them for whatever reason. With all this frustration, and in a blink, it turns to, oh, okay, you did get that. And it gives you a renewed sense of, all right, I can show you some other things. I can teach you some other things, and you'll eventually get it. And again, the cycle kind of repeats itself, where you try to get a little less frustrated the next time, and Yeah, so it is like that, a development.
Yeah,
You're dealing with a lot of young kids, even though they're big leaguers, it doesn't mean they can grasp it right away.
And if they don't develop, you send them off to boarding school.
Yep, absolutely. Now, that's what happened to you.
They sent me off to play hockey.
Sure.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You're only good at one thing. Get out of here.
Mama Rivers never said that to you.
Dad.
No. No, we didn't. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. So that's the biggest question of the day. We've got Beat the Streak.
I just want to throw a text out there from the 314. At what point do you just realize they had bad parents?
Oh, you never do.
Yeah. It happens.
You never take full responsibility for that. It's not your fault. It's their fault.
Always blame the kid.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, Carey?
That's part of being a good parent.
I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
That's terrible advice.
I think it was you.
Not me.
Might have been a Carey. Beat the Streak, bet the board next on 101 ESPN.
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet, it's not all about selling cars. No, the service area is fantastic as well. Had a little problem myself last week. Tailgate got jammed up, couldn't figure it out, had to bring it into the Autoplex. Jim Sappho and his crew took care of it quickly, efficiently, and got it back to me really, really fast. And that's what it's all about, customer service and taking care of people like their family. And that's what they do over at Londoff Chevrolet. And if it's not the service area that you're requiring, and you are looking for vehicles, they have great inventory when it comes to brand new vehicles and the pre-owned ones. I got a chance to take a look at some of the pre-owned ones currently on the Autoplex lot. Some awesome things out there. Really get out there, take a look. They're always looking to get you the best deal possible. And of course, they're going to take care of you every single time. I've been a customer for over 25 years. So are my kids now, and my fiance won't go anywhere else for our vehicles, and neither should you. So check out the original location out in Florissant, Missouri, or the Londoff Autoplex out in St. Peters. If you can't get there in person, get there online. Visit londoff.com or londoffautoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet.
to hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You're ready to hit.
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
This is Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time to play Beat the Streak. Now, Marsh, we don't have our listener on the line.
Well, we do not, no.
We switched things up a little bit, and hopefully they'll either
You know what, Anthony?
text us or, yeah.
Kevin just responded to me.
Okay.
So
that's different.
Is that the wrong attitude?
Yeah, that's bet the board.
So why don't I go ahead and give him a call right now?
Okay.
If you guys want to go over the lineup maybe one more time?
Sure, we can do that. Give you a chance to get Kevin back on the line. Tonight, the Cardinals and Rangers continue their series. Mackenzie Gore, the left-hander, will take the mound for the Rangers. So this is your lineup for the Cardinals. They're switching things up a little bit. J.J. Weatherholt has the night off. Mason Wynn leads off. He's your shortstop. Ivan Herrera is your catcher. He's hitting second. Jordan Walker hitting third, playing right field. Nelson Velasquez is your cleanup hitter, and he's the DH tonight. Alec Burleson is hitting fifth and playing first. Jose Fermin is hitting sixth and playing left field. Nolan Gorman against the lefty is hitting seventh and playing third base. Thomas Ajacey is hitting eighth and playing second. And Victor Scott II is your center fielder, and he will bat ninth. Kevin's on the line right now. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for being available for us here for Beat the Streak. Marsh, what are our latest standings?
All right, so Jamie has a streak of 4 right now. Kevin, myself, and you, Anthony, have a streak of 1, and Carey is back to 0.
Oh man.
What happened to Carey?
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Took Brandon Nimmo.
What happened?
Whoa.
He struggled yesterday.
Struggle bus?
Yeah, struck out 4 times.
All right, so here's the order tonight. Jamie, 1, Kevin 2, Marsh 3, I'm 4, and CD 5.
All right. Give me that Herrera. Gonna touch seats tonight.
Would you like to think so?
Trying.
Kevin?
I guess I think I'm going to go out on a limb and take Walker, and hopefully he pulls out of it tonight.
All right, not a bad call. Marsh?
I'm going to go with Nelson Velasquez.
That's my home run call tonight. I'm going to go with Jock Peterson.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Give me Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn. Okay, so this is how we line up tonight. Jamie has Ivan Herrera. Kevin selected Jordan Walker. Marsh selected Nelson Velasquez. I took Jock Peterson, and Carey went with Mason Wynn, who, again, is leading off tonight for the Cardinals. Kevin, good luck to you, man.
All right, thanks. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you. From Beat the Streak to Bet the Board. Okay, Marsh, how'd we do last night?
I think I was the only one that picked up a point.
Whatever, dude.
So, Jamie, you had the under. That was quickly not a thing.
Yeah, punching the teeth quickly in that one.
Yeah. Anthony, your pitcher, I believe only
Davis
recorded
Martin.
14 outs last night.
Yeah, he got shelled. He hadn't been great. Oh well.
Yandy Diaz, no hits.
Yikes.
As the Tampa Bay Rays got smoked last night.
There you go, Yandy.
So Jack Eichel picked up an assist, though. So
not great.
So tonight, I'm looking at the Phillies and Padres game. Give me Christopher Sanchez, 8+ strikeouts. Actually, do I want to do that, or do I want to do the outs recorded? What to do? I'm going to do the outs recorded. Over 19.5 outs recorded for Christopher Sanchez tonight.
Okay.
-110.
Jamie, you're up.
Give me the Yankees at home on the money line, -144.
I looked at that. Then I scrolled down and saw the Braves at -149.
But I don't really like, I don't know.
No, you do.
I like
do
Corbin
like it.
for the Blue Jays.
Well, you know what?
That's why I veered off the course.
He's never beaten the Braves. Not once.
So he's due.
Damn. You're right.
Yeah, you never know.
Gary?
Give me Ben Rice. 1.5 hits, runs, RBI, -121.
Okay. Just kind of teaming up a little bit with Jamie.
A little bit.
Ben
Just a little
Rice,
bit.
big game, yet the Yankees lose. That's what you're hoping for.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to say it.
Yeah, I mean,
We knew.
I didn't say that.
You thought it.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Either way. Packers could be without Micah Parsons until at least mid-April. Micah Parsons' initial hope that he could return within the first month of the season was never realistic, and the Packers star edge rusher has come to terms with that, according to Rob Demoski from ESPN.com. Parsons said Wednesday that he's just past the 5-month mark from his ACL surgery, which he revealed also included a procedure on his meniscus, and that he won't be cleared to be back on the football fields, even for practice, until the 9-month mark. Not great.
Not great at all.
It's great for me, Anthony, as my Vikings take on the Packers early in the season.
There you go, Marshy. Well, congrats. You won't have to face Micah Parsons.
About that.
Yes.
Nick Wagner, old buddy, Nick Wagner.
Waggy.
Also reporting that a warrant has been issued for 49ers Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, boy.
After a viral speeding video was posted. The Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office issued a warrant for the arrest of San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk on a misdemeanor charge of exhibition of speeding. The warrant is in reference to a video Ayuk posted on YouTube in December in which he appears to tape himself from the driver's seat going well over the posted 40 miles per hour speed limit on a road that runs past Levi Stadium. The DA's office confirmed to ESPN on Wednesday.
Funny enough, I've actually seen that video, and when I watched it, I was like, this is so dumb. Why would you post that going over the speed limit?
It was AI.
No, it's actually Ayuk.
Yeah.
Ayuk.
It's AI. That's what my lawyer's going to tell them. You got to try. Everything's AI now.
Wow.
Man, listen. That,
what are you doing?
I don't know.
That young man is, he's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
In
You're
life.
going the wrong way. Yeah, not great.
Not smart either.
All right.
No.
We've got Prove Me Wrong coming up. So 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. If you have a Prove Me Wrong statement, this is one where you can send in, and we will have the opportunity, Carey, Jamie, myself, will have the opportunity to present our case to try to prove you wrong. And if we do so, and the judge, in the eyes of Judge Andrew Marsh, will give us the old ding. If not, we get the which never feels good.
No.
So we'll play it next. Prove Me Wrong here on 101 ESPN. Love working with Stewie, Jamie. Love it. And I know you do too.
Yeah.
This is a man that I once texted, and I texted him at the number that we always give, 314-324-4440. I texted him at that number.
What time was it? Doesn't matter because Stewie's always available.
That's a great call, but it was later in the evening, I think on a weekend. Didn't expect a text message. In fact, I said, hey, hit me back up tomorrow morning. It's a question about maybe a pre-approval letter or something. Just don't worry about it. Text me back. He goes, traveling. I'll call you tonight. I said, Stewie, you know how to do that. Called me.
Mm-hmm.
First he texted me, hey, you ready? So yeah, sure. Called me back Sunday night, 8:30. Answered all of our questions. Made himself available. And that's not just because it's me. And he would do the same thing for you too. But he would do that with anybody because he knows that a lot of times when it comes to timing of a pre-approval letter or anything like that, timing is of the essence, and he's there to help you.
Yeah, I know he does it with other people as well because I talked to several people in my area that said, hey, we gave Stewie a call. We listened to you guys. We called him, called us right back, took care of us. And they have had several different properties now, and every single time Stewie's their first phone call. So make sure he's your first phone call. Anthony said the number earlier. We'll go over it again, 314-324-4440. Call him, text him, day, night, weekend. Like Anthony just said, he's going to get back to you no matter what because he loves giving people that old school customer service. If you can't remember that number, Anthony, what can you do?
You can always Google the Bagel Loan.
NMLS number 226715.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals back in action tonight, taking on the Texas Rangers. Andre Palante will toe the rubber for the Cardinals. First pitch is at 6:45. Tonight on 101 ESPN, we have game one of the NBA Finals. The Spurs will take on the Knicks. Pregame starts at 6:30. Tip-off is at 7:30. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our interviews, including the two that we had today, one with Jeremy Rutherford, the other with Brad Thompson. You'll also find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Prove Me Wrong coming up next, so if you have a Prove Me Wrong statement you want to send our way, do so using the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We'll play Prove Me Wrong next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
Time to play Prove Me Wrong here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. This is where you have an opportunity to submit a Air Comfort Service text line statement in which Carey, Jamie, or me have to prove wrong in the eyes of Andrew Marsh. So, Judge, good to see you as always.
Of course, of course. Are you ready?
We're ready.
From the 618, Prove Me Wrong. Nolan Gorman, even with how bad he is, he is on pace for 20 homers. He will pick it up and end up with 25 plus. Prove me wrong.
25. Well, in order to get 25 plus, you got to play. You got to play every day. And you know, I think Nolan Gorman, he while, you know, he hit one last night, he's seemingly on the track for things. But we talked about Blaze Jordan often in this studio. We talk about how great he is and when we expect him to be here. And in order to get to 25 home runs, you got to play every day. And I just don't know that Nolan Gorman is going to play every day. Now he's going to run into some issues where it's going to be some reps being split. If he's not doing well defensively, if he's not hitting well offensively, just won't be able to play him every day. So I would have to say you're wrong that 25 is attainable.
Yeah, 25.
Just not enough games.
Are you kidding me? One, he may not play every game, but even when he's playing right now, he's hardly hitting right-handed pitching. Should we talk about left-handed pitching? Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. Whether he's in or out of the lineup, even when he's in the lineup, he's kind of out of the lineup. He's given me, I don't know about you guys, but no indication that he's going to get to 15 home runs, let alone 25. There's just absolutely no way that's going to happen.
I think he'll hit some more home runs, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, 25 right now with the way he's playing seems a little lofty. Maybe 20, 25, I don't know. From the 636, Prove Me Wrong, the Blues will be a wild card team next year with Snuggie, Thomas, and Holloway all having 25 goals.
Yeah, how'd they do this here? It's going to be the same. It's going to be largely the same group. Okay? So I think they're going to take a step forward, and they're going to be better than a wild card. This team is locked and loaded. Yeah. They're ready to go right now. You see Robert Thomas, where he finished that season, CD?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
On fire.
Now, I realize a lot of people are down on Jordan Kyrou. I get that, okay? But he, like many of his teammates last year, struggled to the point, Jamie, where I felt like there was a lot of career lows to some respects. You think that's going to happen again for a full season? Not on my watch. Not up in here. So I think this Blues team is going to collectively do a nice job. Doug Armstrong and Steiner going to put together a nice offseason. Maybe add some bigger bodies on that defensive line there. This team's going to be a lot better than the wild card team. There's no doubt.
I mean, imagine how many more games you would have won last year. Yeah. Just look at those overtime games. That wouldn't have been overtime games if Jordan Kyrou gets to that 60, 70-point plateau again. That's just one player.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I agree with you.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie.
Wow, the spin on that was incredible. And for that, I will give you the...
Thank you. Wow. Thanks, Judge.
Wow. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
That was an incredible spin.
Thank you.
That was great. That was a great spin, Anthony.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Whew, good job.
The Water Boy.
Fella Carey, you were right there with me.
I was thinking the same thing.
The Water Boy texted in, prove me wrong. The NFL needs to change the play clock from 40 seconds to 35 seconds to keep the game going and make it less boring for Judge Marsh to watch.
I mean, are you kidding me? You know how much time you need in between each play? That extra 5 seconds is the difference of getting a play in called correctly, getting guys, get the fast lane set. You heard him say it. If he'd had 5 seconds less, penalty on the Falcons. You got to have all of your time and the allotment of time that is required. They do studies on these things to figure out how much time it takes to get up from the ground and the average person to walk back into the huddle and figure out the average team is going to be around this amount of time. So that's how we got to 40 seconds. They're not walking faster. They're running faster, but that don't mean we get up off of the ground faster and walk faster back to the huddle. No. You want to ruin the product, you're going to see so many damn penalties from delay of games and things of that nature. There's substitution penalties going on left and right because guys can't get the play called in the formation and the personnel right every single snap. No, that 5 seconds is critical for how football is run. You keep that in there.
I agree. My concern or critique is that the commercials... There's too many commercials.
You got to pay the people, man.
I want more football. Less commercials.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Less commercials. Come on. All right. I'm not even bringing up this Kirk Cousins one. Sorry, 314. We've already talked too much about him today.
Kirky football.
Just kidding. From the 314, prove me wrong. Kirk Cousins will not be amongst the top 5 highest paid players in NFL history when he retires.
How can you even go down that road? He's already there. And just think about this. Kirk Cousins, in genius form, has gone from Mr. I don't want to be the example, the mentor, to now he's taking stepbrother pictures with Mendoza. Look at how great I can be with your young guy. Mm-hmm. I'll be around the league another 7 or 8 years, making my 5 to 10 million, just keep accumulating more money. Then he'll have a breakout season. Somebody will get hurt. The next couple of years, you have to play a lot. And then some fool will throw him $20, $25 million again. And then he'll go back to being the good guy. Here we go. I'm going to be back on the bench. Who else do you want in case of emergency? Just me, good old Kirky football. I've been around the league forever. I'm a great guy, and I can handle this. He might be top 3 by the time this is said and done.
Probably. Let's do one more.
We're going to do one more.
This one comes from the 618, a.k.a. Hambone Williams. Prove me wrong. Unfortunately, the L.A. Rams and Vegas Golden Knights have the correct formula of trading away draft picks for now talent in order to build a winning culture.
Judge, if you may, can you go ahead and repeat that statement for us just so the co-counsel and I can make sure we present a right case here?
Yeah, of course. I'll let you think about how to drum up.
No. Just I just want to make sure certain.
I want to make sure the language is
review.
Gotcha.
Want to review the evidence that was given to us.
Of course, prove me wrong. Unfortunately, the L.A. Rams and Vegas Golden Knights have the correct formula of trading away draft picks for now talent in order to build a winning culture.
So the Eagles, is that what the Eagles did?
I was going to say, did the Rams win the Super Bowl this year?
No, this year.
The Stanley Cup final is over. It's one game, man. We don't know if those two teams have you think it's only one recipe, one way to do this? There's more than one way to handle your business and find championships. You just spoke about a great team in the Philadelphia Eagles who all they do is draft well. Draft well, trade well, do the things that need to be done. You build from the inside out. Mm-hmm. You have a great draft. They don't trade away their first-round picks. They laughed at the Falcons for trading. They're like, you did what? What did you do?
You dumb sons
If they do that, we could have did something great with that pick because we know what the fast lane we're doing.
2 years ago, who won?
The Eagles.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Year before that, or 2 years prior to that, they were also in the Super Bowl, no?
They were.
Yeah.
They're a good franchise,
roster just
man.
chock-loaded with outstanding draft picks.
Yeah.
And wide receiver that they traded for.
Yeah, but hey, when you draft well, Judge, you can start to make additions like that, especially when you got a Titans organization don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, and yeah, they've put together some good runs here, but we talked about this yesterday. When the bill does come due, and it will.
And it
looking
will.
at Jack Eichel last night, he's into his 30s and got other guys. And so that bill's going to come due, and they're not going to be able to trade guys and get younger players, better players, or draft picks. They won't have the draft picks. The Rams, who knows what's going to happen there? Sean McVay doesn't care. He's out of there in a couple of years anyway. He's got a huge TV deal waiting for him. We'll see the aftermath of what that looks like. So for the Rams, I don't know how many years it's been, 5 or 6, but they even missed the playoffs in 1 year. For Vegas, it's been 9 good years. What if you get another 8 or 9 bad years on the tail end of that? I don't know if that's the right way of doing it. It's like a smash and grab. Eventually, you run out of money and you got to go rob that thing again. Right, Carey?
Which they probably will.
What happened? What happened?
You guys took 5 minutes to figure out how to tiptoe around
We were
that
trying
question.
to get the question heard correctly, Your Honor.
Your Honor, in fairness to us, there's a lot of times we're not paying attention. So
that is fair.
You know, we got to get the question again.
We just didn't hear it properly.
Yeah, and maybe want to make sure it was worded correctly.
The Panthers, they won 2 cups in a row, and they traded for a lot of players. Winning culture. He did say unfortunately.
Yeah.
We don't have to like it.
Criticisms and compliments. We're just going to move on here.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. To end on that one,
I'm not just giving out free dings.
Nah, hey, nor should you. Nor should you.
Do you really want to be paid for that?
The bill will come due.
Yeah. Criticisms and compliments, 3 stars of the day. Wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN. New month, same great deals at Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum. This month, Auto Centers Nissan, they've got over 1,000 new and used vehicles in one of the easy location. They're right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri. They're just minutes from South County. And when it comes to their great deals that they got new Rogue, Pathfinder, Murano, and Frontier models, all available with 0% APR for 60 months. And let me tell you, I've been driving a brand new Pathfinder. I love it. I love the tech. I love the room. I love the style. Last night we went to the ball fields and we had, all of Killian's baseball equipment in the back. I had some stuff that I didn't want to come to coaching. Kids had plenty of room, especially with the third row. They love it. I love driving it. You will too. If you're looking at a Pathfinder, every new Nissan includes a 30-day return promise. Qualified shoppers can get no money down payments for up to 6 months with no money down needed. So when it comes to brand new vehicles, Auto Centers Nissan, they've got you covered. If you're looking for used, select used vehicles are available with no money down and no payments for 3 months. All available at Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum. Shop this month as well at AutoCentersNissan.com. Tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan. miss anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's mobile app. All the podcast brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. All right, Marsh, hit us with those criticisms and/or compliments.
Criticisms and compliments. Presented by Bet365. With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything.
All right, from Curb Stomp, today's show as a whole, Page's blocking skills was a hump day banger. It's always a great time when BT is on. Digging that hat today, Marshman. Thank you.
Oh man, he brings the fire.
Yeah, I love it. From the 314, great show today. I look forward to 2 p.m. every day. Everyone have a good night. Go Cards.
Yeah, right, thank you.
The Water Boy texted in. This is my favorite one. Someone asked me a dumb question today. Why do you never answer me from 2 to 6 every day? I told them because I'm watching/listening to the best Fast Lane show on the air. Go tell 3 of your friends. Can't believe my wife would ask that. Love you guys.
Well done, Waterboy. Well done. That's hilarious.
We did get a text from, let's see here, the 636 when we were talking about rebuilds and parenting from the 636. How long do you pay your kid millions of dollars to not learn how to tie their shoes?
Well, it's not a perfect comparison, okay? Not a perfect one. No comparison's going to be exact.
100% spot on.
Yeah, so.
Come on, man.
I think you know that.
You get it.
Yeah.
You guys ready for the 3 stars?
Bet your sweet ass we are.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
Our 3rd star of the day goes out to flag football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations.
It's expanding.
Congratulations, Dylan Thompson and his team, his Panthers team, on a recent championship.
2nd star of the day goes out to almost getting the lineup game perfect.
I love that we forgot about it, too.
First one. First lineup spot we got wrong, and we thought that
I definitely thought we were on
yeah, we were
spot
wrong.
on.
We did good the rest of the time.
And our 1st star of the day goes out to those John Adams Mustangs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Did not indeed have a pet alligator. That was his son, John Quincy Adams.
Boy, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough way to lose.
Yeah.
He walked it off. You probably beat him in overtime, Anthony.
No, I doubt it.
But that's a tough way to lose.
Hey, what are you going to do? I lost fair and square, and Paul will be back tomorrow for round 2.
You just didn't execute
well
enough, Anthony.
No, other teams have been there too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you get a couple of guys on after tying the game and got no outs, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're walking back to the dugout with no runs. No more runs. No additional runs, Jamie. You know?
Nope.
Yeah, that's
stranded.
Jamie, what was your number with the Chicago Wolves? Do you remember?
24.
You're the 24th texter to 314-399-9646. You're going to get a pair of Battlehawks tickets. Road to the UFL United Bowl starts Sunday at the Battle Dome, and we have your shot to score a pair of tickets to see the Battlehawks home playoff game versus the Louisville Kings. Again, be the 24th texter to 314-399-9646, and you'll get those tickets. You can find all the ticket info and a bonus chance to register to win free tickets for this Sunday's Battlehawks home playoff game at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 ESPN mobile app.
How would you guys go about that? Would you wait a few seconds, or would you immediately text in Battlehawks?
Wow, that's a good question.
I think the strategy overall
Don't forget, you're 30 seconds behind.
I think it's to just punch in Battlehawks, copy it, and then just keep hammering it. And you become the 24th by yourself.
Wow.
That's a good call, Jamie.
Just saying.
Good thing it's only number 24.
Yeah.
You don't have to scroll that far.
No, you can control it.
No, I know, but like, if somebody does that, you just go to 24. You're good. It's supposed to like 244,000.
I didn't wear that.
You thought about it, though.
Yeah,
It's the amount of games that Jaromir Jagr played.
Okay.
Wow.
You know, Marsh.
Actually, no, I think the number was 3,000.
It was 3,000. Yeah. And he's going to get there.
He probably will.
And who's going to be laughing then? You know? Me. That's who's going to be laughing. Will I be 84 at the time? Yeah, but it'll happen.
How long does he play till?
I don't know. Where's he at?
Yogs?
Yeah.
He's over in Clodno, the team he owns, he plays for.
That's awesome.
You want to make sure you got a roster spot? Just buy the team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, boys, I'm suiting up tonight.
He said, though, at the end of the season that he's probably going to hang him up. He's like, the struggle's getting real.
The struggle. How old is he?
I think he's like 57, 58. So.
Incredible. Don't forget, we got Spurs, Knicks, Game 1, pregame 6:30, tip-off 7:30. For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. See you.